other things we desire to do.
Commissioner Mo Ivory, the lone no vote, is eager to see more detail.
If I was going to vote on something for $1 billion of taxpayer money, I would need to see more than one sheet about it.
Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
87 degrees in Atlanta. Scattered storms around through this evening and more pop-up storms expected tomorrow. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. The Metro Atlanta pastor leading a nationwide boycott of discount retailer Target is reacting to news the company has a new CEO. WSB Steve Summers reports live with how he says the boycott caused the change at the top.
Bill New Birth Missionary Baptist Church senior pastor Jamal Bryant says his call earlier this year for black churches nationwide to boycott Target until it brings back diversity, equity, and inclusion programs is having the desired effect.
Because of it, their stock dropped from $145 a share to $93 a share. Their foot traffic dropped by 7.9%. Their online shopping went down by 9.3%.
But Target's profit problems actually began just after the pandemic when inflation spiked and customers cut back on discretionary spending. New CEO Michael Fidelki says his priorities are getting stores clean and restocked with no mention of DEI. Pastor Bryant says if that's the case, the boycott will continue. Reporting live, Steve Summers, 95.5 WSB.
A new crime-fighting tool is coming to Chamblee. Police Chief Michael Dieppe says their real-time crime center will utilize technology like flock cameras to monitor key areas, and he says they'll be able to be better connected with surrounding communities.
If a crime happens in Chamblee and the offender flees into another city or even into another county, if they have a network that we're compatible with, we would continue to be able to use their cameras to track our offender.
Construction begins today, and the center should be finished around Thanksgiving. Atlanta-based Delta Airlines is part of a lawsuit over window seats without windows.
Delta and United Airlines are being sued for allegedly charging extra for seats with windows. Then passengers show up only to find there's no window next to them. The suits argue the rows are usually missing windows because of essential systems like air conditioning, but they aren't marked as such when buying a ticket. They argue other airlines, including American and Alaskan, indicate if the flyer's choosing a row with no window. Plaintiffs are seeking millions of dollars in damages on behalf of impacted passengers across the country. Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
Following this month's shooting at the CDC, hundreds of CDC workers sent a letter to Congress and Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. expressing concern about security and misinformation. They blame the attack on growing mistrust in public institutions driven by political rhetoric. The letter calls on Kennedy to take several steps to stop spreading inaccurate health information. It is 3:03 and the Von Haessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. Alex Williams.
Brake lights filling in around Metro Atlanta for the afternoon commute. Bill still working this crash on the Georgia 400 ramps to 285 eastbound, the inner loop in Dunwoody. Left side of that ramp is blocked, causing those delays. Luckily, 285 east, the inner loop itself, those through lanes are moving just fine. Watching the delays, 285 northbound, the inner loop over on the west side from South Cobb Drive, but getting a little bit better once you get up to Cobb Parkway. We also had a crash on I-85 northbound up around Indian Trail. They cleared that quickly, and seeing some brake lights 75, 85 in both directions between I-20 and Midtown. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Partly to mostly cloudy this afternoon, high 89. Scattered rain showers and thunderstorms will be heavy at times for the ride home. Lows tonight in the low 70s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with more pop-up storms, high 90. Cooling down for this weekend with scattered rain showers, highs in the mid-80s on Friday.
So far, Storm Tracker radar is mostly quiet around Metro Atlanta. It is 84 in Woodstock, 91 in Duluth, 86 in Locust Grove. More news at 3:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
These people just make noise and basically waste our time.
Dear members of the media and the public, I welcome you.
Live from the heart of Atlanta, Georgia, and beyond, Hour 1 of the Von Haessler Doctrine begins right now. I am your lovable, huggable radio chat host, Eric Von Haessler. The other voices you hear are the Doctrinaires. Man of 1,000 voices, Tim Andrews. Lady of 184.7 characters, Autumn Fisher. The man behind the glass, George Clark. English Nick joins us. And the handsomest producer in all of producery, Jared Yamamoto.
And it's a good day for all of us to be behind
Stop.
these microphones.
Oh, okay. I wanted to say I was good. There was a chance you were going to get punched in the face, and you know,
For what?
I'm not a violent man.
No. For what?
But when I saw the story put into the Slack by the Jared Yamamoto, that today is the day that Dunkin' launches the pumpkin spice latte, I thought to myself, if I introduce this kid and the first thing he does is start to get really excited about spicy pumpkin latte, I thought I'm going to punch him in the face.
Well, it's worse. It's worse.
And it is spicy, damn it.
You're going to punch him over a pumpkin.
I will punch him
Pumpkin
over a
puncher.
Pumpkin punch.
I am known to. But were you going there? Be honest
I
with
was
me.
not. No. I was not. Today is National Radio Day.
Okay, hold on. Before we celebrate that, let's celebrate the fact that Jared is growing up and was not going to start the show. Stupid spiced pumpkin latte nonsense.
I bet his wife got one on the way to work.
Oh, I'll
she
bet.
loves those.
Too early.
Tina loves those.
First of all, it's
It is too early.
197 degrees outside.
Yeah.
Thank you, Duncan, for coming out with your new fall wine. It resonates.
They're too sweet. That stuff's too sweet.
I gotta say,
it's all bad
Sometimes
sugar.
if you like a little sweet treat, though, you know.
I like it without the sugar.
It's one of
the
those
pumpkin.
things that just gets hyped up so much it can never be as good as the hype.
It's
There's
like Shark Week.
Yes.
Where it's like, there might be something interesting to watch during Shark Week, but I'm never going to be like, oh, I can't wait to watch Shark Week.
But there are
because-
people who are now 46 years old who got turned on to this thing when they were 30, and they just can't drop it. They have to act.
Do you think there's still people that are into Shark Week?
No, there are people who act. I think if they really look in the mirror, they look in the mirror. No, they're not. But I think it's one of those things where I've always been the Shark Week girl, or I've always been the Shark Week guy. I can't
Lady
drop
Shark?
it now. Right, I can't
I've
drop
never
it
run
now.
into these people.
I would
wonder if they're
imagine.
they should call in.
I would imagine that Tina Yamamoto has probably made some sort of video about her first spiced pumpkin
you know
latte.
What? I have to give her a lot of credit. Even she said it's too warm for this pumpkin
It's too
spice
warm
latte.
for everything. This is another reason for me to punch you. I'm not a violent
I
man.
brought up National Radio Day.
Okay, we'll get to National Radio Day, obviously of very profound importance. But another reason is this heat is ridiculous. I hate it, and I associate it with Jared Yamamoto. I don't know why.
I love it.
That's why.
You have to
That's why.
attach your hate to somebody. You can't blame it on Christina Edwards.
No, she's just giving me the facts.
That's right.
He's the
It's
one.
not my fault. There's a low pressure system moving
right.
in, causing the hot weather to heat up.
Who are you?
I'm Christina Edwards.
Okay, great. See, she's just, I'm not going to, as they say, shoot the messenger. She's just giving me the facts. But this Jared Yamamoto is a cheerleader for the thermometer. The more red he sees, the more excited he gets.
Oh, I'm climate change compatible. Bring on the heat.
All right, well, you're going to be fine in the future. But
He's Mr. Wedge.
This happens every year. This happens every year. This is the point every year where I'm just like, okay, it's just a matter of it's almost like being underground until it breaks, you know? I basically do not go outside. I go from my air-conditioned house to my air-conditioned car to the air-conditioned store or air-conditioned work or back. It's just, you know, if there was no such thing as air conditioning at the stage of life I'm in right now, I would have to live in the state of Maine. If there was no air conditioning, I would have to live as far north possible in America because I hate this. Although last night, very briefly, when I got home because of the rain, it was kind of cool. So I snuck into that hot tub. Oh boy, that was nice.
Oh yeah,
that was nice.
65 degrees today in Portland, Maine.
There you go. You see, there you go. So if
cold.
if I don't know if Newsom becomes president in 28 and they outlaw air conditioning or something, who knows? I'm heading up to Portland, Maine, not the crazy Portland.
No,
over on the other side. I'm going there for you know if my.
You're going to the Portland in Maine where McLean Stevenson's show Hello Larry was set in.
Yes, but not the Portland, Oregon, although I will probably end up in that area if I become one of these people whose body doesn't get the message that it's supposed to be dead. You know, some people, their bodies just don't get the message. You're supposed to be dead. And so if I'm just still hanging around at like 93 and I'm miserable all the time, I'll go get one of those bye-bye pods.
Oh, like a wood
I hope
chipper.
that's what they call them.
The bye-bye pod?
They should call it the bye-bye pod.
Bye-bye.
Because your family can stand around you and you can wave at them. Bye-bye. and then hit the button.
What is it like going through a car wash? Your family's on
That's
one
what
side,
it
they
is.
wave at you, and they walk out the other side.
Yeah. You come out ashes on the end. That's great. Hey, that's a great idea. You just go like a car wash death. You get in the pod.
Do you want the premium, sir?
If you're still on the radio, you could do a giveaway, and then one lucky listener gets to push the button.
Oh yeah. Exactly. But wouldn't that be great? Is you start out, you're alive outside, right? And then you're in the pod, then you go through the whole thing like a car wash, and when you come out the other side,
You're in a box.
You're just like ashes. They're just laying there.
I thought the last
The
part
whole
of it.
process.
Oh, I thought the last part would be the ashes somehow get put, an AI, a robot, or something puts your ashes into a nice, neat metal box.
Well, that could be.
And
that
then
could be.
it's on the end.
That could
on
be.
the
But
end.
you know how the car wash at the very end, you get that shower of water, like at the very end. And at the very end of this, it would be like a cremation. So it'd be like 450
Yeah.
degrees.
I was going to say, you don't want those big dryers at the end of it like you have at a car wash, because that would blow the ashes away.
Well, maybe you should.
Yeah.
Maybe you should.
I don't know.
Please collect your friend and or loved one.
Yes.
Deep.
Drive.
Tips are accepted.
That's like, hey, how
not
can I
tipping a
tip?
robot.
I'm an ash.
Please wait 10 minutes. The ashes will be hot.
That's right. Yeah. Just be careful when removing the ashes from the metal box. Or perhaps it would be a ceramic box.
Well, it just
I got
depends.
to work out the details,
Well-
but you got to agree that that's a hell. If you can have
Great
that,
business model.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Like, you know how you go to the car wash now and they have the different levels of wax that you get on your car?
Yeah.
You get the different levels of, I guess, of how you're stored at the
Yes.
very end of it.
Yeah.
Like one would be like,
But wouldn't that be great? It's like you got somebody who's ready to go. I mean, I'm not saying somebody should do this in their 30s. I'm talking about
Last legs.
The example that I gave, when
Yeah.
your body just isn't getting the message that you're supposed to be dead and you're just hanging around. So, and can you imagine? That'd be great. Like you go from like just waving goodbye. Like you'd be right there, like, hey, all right, get in. Hey, you were a good dad. You weren't perfect, but hey, good try, good effort. You get in there.
You won't be missed.
Yeah, you get in there, and then by the end, as the family, you just wait for about 15 minutes the whole process. In the end, you go from saying bye-bye to, oh, here's his ashes. I think that would be fantastic.
What if your brain's gone, you got major Alzheimer's, and you think you're going into a car wash, and the family just goes with it?
Well,
hey, Eric, we're going to wash the car today. Off you go. You won't know.
Well, I mean, that would be called, that would be abuse, and that would be against the law. I'm not going to. Hey, listen, at my death wash, there will not be. You're going to have to sign a
Death
lot of
wash
documents,
2025.
and it's got to be voluntary on the part, and you have to be of sound mind and body to be able to agree to.
Not so much the body. That's when you're dead anyway.
Speaking of, no, I'm not when I show up. Do you get
Well,
the idea?
I know,
I'm
but
not-
as long as your brain knows what's going on, that's all that
that's
really
what I'm
matters.
saying.
Yeah.
Sound mind.
Yeah.
Well, at least a sound mind. You may not need a sound body.
What do they do? Knock you out and then like put a car hook, like take a car exhaust,
No, it's
put a hose in there.
It's a pod,
Uh-huh.
and you get in it, and you hit the button, and I guess some kind of stuff comes out, and you go off to La La Land.
There'll be
You
music
go to
if you
sleep.
want it. There'll be Beatles playing as you go in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
big glass windows so the whole family
I
can
want,
watch.
as I've said before, I want if I could time my passing with a song, I would go out to Strawberry Fields Forever.
Yeah.
I feel like if the last thing in the world I heard was John Lennon saying cranberry sauce, I think what a great way to leave. What a great way to leave. With my luck, I'll get 8 days a week because that's the way the world goes.
Glass
But
Onion.
I love
Oh,
that.
Glass Onion's amazing.
You guys like that song?
Why?
Yeah.
What is the matter with you? How are you not a Glass Onion
that's
fan?
a song I don't like.
It's you just haven't listened to it. You have the worst
You haven't
taste
listened to
sometimes. I mean, you told me that you don't like Rain, one of John Lennon's
I
greatest.
didn't say I hated it.
You said I don't listen to that song. First of all, when I found out. When the rain comes, they run and hide their heads. They might as well be dead. When the sun shines, they slip into the shade and sip their lemonade. Some of my favorite John Lennon lyrics. But you're wrong about that.
Zeppelin's Rain is better.
Oh, yeah. What is it?
Rain song.
Rain song.
Fool in the Rain, Levee Breaks.
That
which
one's
one?
good too.
Yeah.
No, but the Rain song.
Well, unlike you, I can recognize good songs, so I like that song as well.
Okay.
So you're not going to top me.
Well, wouldn't that mean
As
that
well,
you
too.
don't?
Plus, when I found out that Tim doesn't listen to albums, He's a singles guy.
Oh, I listen to some.
I just can't get into it.
He's also a
I
man
grew up
who,
an album guy.
who sits in a field and listens to a band called Fish for 3 hours.
Well, that's fine with me.
Yeah, that's
That's
2
one
songs.
big song.
Yes, 2 songs.
2.
And it's a live. It's a live show.
Tweezer reprise.
All right. I believe we have a complainant on the open mics. Someone is not digging the show, and I think it's important that we hear all voices. So go ahead.
Oh, Derek, he'll never take no phone calls because he don't want the people to call him out on his malarkey.
Oh.
And that's all it is a bunch of malarkey with Derek. Oh,
Derek?
you like
Derek.
it? Derek don't.
Derek
And you
Dawn.
better not mess with his opinion because he's got a radio show.
I know, did it, Derek.
If there's a premise there that the reason we don't take calls is because I'm afraid I'll be challenged and my ideas will be challenged by the callers. Can anyone actually believe that that would be the person I would be worried would call me up and challenge
Derek,
me?
He'll never take no phone calls because he don't want the people to call him out on his malarkey.
Malarkey.
I'll take y'all any time if you want to have a debate.
Excuse me?
Well, to have a debate, a malarkey debate,
All right.
me versus you.
So there's one part where he goes, opinion, and I thought, is this guy from New Orleans?
With your
Kind of a
opinion.
Creole.
No, Baton Rouge.
Sir, what is his name? What's the host?
Derek.
Derek. What?
Derek Hessler. Dog Bond
Derek.
something.
Derek Von
Don't
Hessler.
take no dang phone call. You don't think that's a bit?
That could be.
It
I
could
don't
be.
know. Yeah, it could be.
What time of the day was that left? Do you know?
You know what? I can't remember.
Sounds you can see the hour that they leave those things to me. It sounds like a 2
2
o'clock in the morning
It's
to me.
got a 2 a.m. feel to it. Or like Tim's saying, it's somebody doing a bit.
Malarkey.
I think I
But you know what?
recognize the person.
Okay, well, as long as you're, hey, if your bit's good enough, I'll put it on.
All right.
But if you're just gonna call it, you got to really, if you're gonna do the, the ignorant thing, you really got to go all the way. Some people try to do the ignorant thing in their bits when they call on the open mic, and they can't help but try to be a little too clever along the way because they want to show that they're clever. Whereas this guy, he just went right for dumb, and he lived it. He put it on like a pantsuit, and
I
and he
may
owned
not
it.
take it off.
He wears dumb like a pantsuit. Remember, I'm the one who coined that phrase, and it happened right here.
Stick it on a T-shirt now.
I think I should. I should stick it on a
And
T-shirt.
trademark it that
We
way.
don't have T-shirts. We don't have a merch. We're the only. There are old ladies who have YouTube channels about knitting who have merch shops. We have no.
I'm a big fan of those ladies.
Sometimes I'm proud of it. Sometimes I want to say the Von Hessler Doctrine. We proudly have no merch shop. And then I
That
think
should be our slogan.
And then I think
Put it on a shirt.
if we did it,
Yeah, put no
Yeah.
merch on a shirt.
yes. And if we
Like
did
with
it,
the circle with the line through it.
there's a part of me that wants to do it just so that I can make more money and have Autumn bitch and moan about the fact that I thought she would. You know what I'm saying? It'll be more money.
rub it in.
The more money that I make that Autumn's not making, it makes our relationship better because we're better when we go toe to toe. When we're what they call frenemies. Frenemies. And
Keeps her hungry.
right. I would pay. I'm telling you,
Literally.
I would pay her $1 million a year, but I feel that she would start phoning it in, and I'm not going to allow that to
I
happen.
wouldn't, though.
Well, of
say
course
that.
you'd
So-
say that before you get the $1 million.
No,
Everybody
but
would.
I wouldn't.
She'd up her game. She'd up her game for a million.
I should probably stop. Because they come to me all the time saying we want to give Autumn more money, and I'm always like, no, don't do it.
I've heard the
Maybe I should-
conversations and
maybe,
all.
Yeah, maybe I should
Yeah,
stop.
no, you could.
Yeah?
Maybe. I'm
Huh?
just thinking, right?
What?
Like, hey, maybe if they do bring that up next time, say, yeah, maybe a little bit more money for her would be a good idea.
All right, let me.
Our boss was walking
think
around
about
the
that. I'll think about that.
Our boss was walking around the hallway on him with a big bag of cash,
Yeah.
and he was like, "You know what?
Oh, he's
I'm
just
gonna bring
throwing it
I'm
around.
gonna give to Shelly instead of Autumn. I'm gonna give more to Shelly."
Oh,
No.
thank you. I could use this. I'm going to Publix. Walmart to get dinner.
Shelley Winter comes in every day with food that is in some sort of plastic container that is inside of a plastic bag that he has gotten usually from, I don't know, sometimes a gas station, sometimes
it's on sale.
Walmart, sometimes. I'm going to take half of this home, and okay, all right. Like I don't think Shelley Winter cooks. He's got that guy thing. I'm sure he barbecues. Like I'm sure like a weekend, but I don't think that he makes his own meals.
I don't think so. I've never seen him bring in lunch
everything.
or dinner.
Yeah, everything comes from a store, and that's not the most economical way. Although
would you get it at what you call it, for $3.50?
I did DoorDash again today.
Oh no, Eric.
How much? Because this one was for breakfast, and I'm too lazy with my wife out of town to go get.
Crack an egg?
Well, I don't feel like it.
Okay.
No cereal in the house?
There's cereal, but I didn't go. I feel like going to the store and there's no milk. I ran out of milk.
Oh my goodness!
So I was like, well, I better spend $40 for some pancakes.
You could have.
Hey, a man's got to eat.
From where?
$40?
No, I don't. It's like 30.
Okay.
Local restaurant? Local restaurant?
Local franchised restaurant.
Oh, God. McDonald's?
No, I'm not gonna. Come on.
Did you do IHOP?
Oh, you know me. Pancakes and chicken strips.
You paid $30 from IHOP?
Well, no, I paid actually like for that I paid like $18, but then once you add all the stuff,
Well, the
on
fees
top of
and
it-
stuff, yeah.
And the tip?
and the tip, and I'm not going to go lower. Like it
No.
recommends that middle tip, but I'm not going to have you. I'm not going to give the DoorDasher a reason to spit in my food. So I'm always like, well, okay,
No, they're not going to
$2
spit.
more.
No. They're not going to spit in your food because they accept the tip. So it wouldn't make any sense for them to accept it if the tip
When
is
they
too low.
see it, they accept it. Okay.
Yeah, so they already know how much the tip is before.
Yeah, they would not accept it and then spit.
Pretty
is
soon
what
it'll
you're
just
saying.
be drones, right? There'll be no more gigs. A drone, you'll pay like $50 for a burger, and then all of a sudden it'll land on your,
Here,
or it
come
won't
on.
even land. Won't be able to land. It'll drop
They've
the
got
food.
in Midtown. They already have the cute little smiley face robots that deliver
Kick
for
'em over.
Grubhub.
Little four-wheelers,
You're
yeah.
not.
yeah.
Excuse me, sir. You're on the radio.
Kick
all
'em
right.
over.
Don't you be
Disgusting
and
behavior.
do you know you're an influencer in this town?
I
For
am.
heaven's sakes. And we should
Get
be
out of here, wireback.
We should be. Is that a brand new slur?
Should be.
You wireback.
Yeah, if
that's what they're going to call androids who try to get into this country.
If you're
Wireback stealing my gerbs.
if you're ever on Peachtree Street late at night when the robots aren't needed, they're all gathering they all gather in one place.
Oh, yeah.
Plotting.
On
Oh,
the
yeah.
corner, like they're
Oh,
chatting.
Yeah. Oh, they're like,
about-
that guy was such a jerk. And did you hear that guy on the radio saying that we should be knocked over? That guy should be taken off the air. I'm going to start a petition.
This is a real deal. We need a robot shelter for all these little robots. They have no place to go. They're unhoused.
I
they're
say
unhoused
they're
robots.
unhoused, and I say we prioritize the robots.
Eventually, they're going to be jobless, right? Because
Yeah.
humans are going to take back over the jobs, and they're going to be like, "Please, can I have $1.50 to get to see my daughter in Memphis?"
2 drops of oil, please.
I am too ugly to be a prostitute. It's that age-old one.
You got a hole in you.
Oh,
You came in full of beans
Robot.
today.
I don't like robots. Hey, you could pay a guy to do that.
Yeah, there is
I
a-
know, but the robots are taking over the world, and you better, first of all, you don't want to be on.
have to do a damn thing.
You don't have to. You don't have to. I wouldn't go on the record as being against them because that's a digital record that they're going to be able to come back and get
Yeah, they
you once
hear
they have
us.
the power.
I told ChatGPT that I say thank you, and
Yeah, you got to be
it will
nice to
spare
him.
me.
Got to be nice to him.
Wink and a nod. We'll spare you.
Why do you think I'm nice to Jared? Yeah, you never know with that kid. He might
Radio
go off
bot?
as a rocker. So I was like, I want him to spare me. Ah, he
You think
was
I'm the
kinda
crazy
nice
one?
and relatively speaking, who was the craziest person on this show?
Oh, you're going to default to me, but it's not true.
Well, silently, it could be George Clark. I don't know.
Oh.
George Clark is kind of a black box to me. Like I like everything I know about George Clark. I like about George Clark, but there's not a lot. It's kind of a thin veneer of what I know about George Clark. So if I found out that he was, I don't know, pulling the wings off of insects or something, I wouldn't be too shocked. I don't really think that you do that, but you certainly do have a it's not like you're talking about what you're doing the night before all the time. You kind of keep it to yourself.
You don't want to hear about me pulling wings off of insects.
That's right. So, but it's my default would be Tim Andrews, and don't get me wrong. I mean, Autumn is nuts, but she's got 2 kids. That happens.
I'm grounded now. I'm good.
You are actually less crazy than you've ever been before.
Sure.
But all of that is relative, and we're just talking about crazy in this room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what is crazy? How do you define it?
Just somebody who can just drop off the tracks. But with at a moment's notice, just
gosh.
someone, and it sounds.
I don't think that's any of us though, so we have to go up a level.
Oh, I used to be there.
Yeah, he used to quit when in the old show, the regular guys. He was a producer. He would quit like every 14 days.
Yeah.
Well,
in the middle of the show,
I pull a Larry David, leave, and then come back.
And then he that's George. Oh yeah, I guess because and he would make a big deal out of it too. Like we'd go to a commercial, and then he had he would like this briefcase, so he'd close it really hard. And then, I'm out of here. But then, because he didn't want to lose his job, he would. I found out later he would not leave the building because there's some kind of thing about leaving the building, or at least in that company there was.
Huh.
And so he would storm out of the studio, and then he would go. I don't know what he would do. Play solitaire or something. What would you do in that time? Would you
in there?
Yeah. Would you think about other jobs you're going to get, or?
No, I probably played solitaire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you win?
Just center yourself.
Usually, yes.
Okay.
Because I cheat.
Did you come back into the studio the same day and say, "Hey, I'm back"?
No, I come back the next day and just act like it never happened.
And so would we, because of you.
Yeah.
You would choose to dare to cheat yourself in solitaire? That's sad.
Well, here's another clue for you all. The walrus was Paul.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell.
And I'm Monica Pearson. Dale and I have worked together for years, first at WSB, and today helping you find Georgia's best companies and sharing why they're the best.
Monica, one of the first companies I researched and recommended is AMCO Transmissions and Total Car Care. For more than a dozen years, they've consistently met my 7-point standard and honored my Make It Right guarantee. And I know you believe in AMCO just as much as I do.
Dale, over the years, we've both reported about people getting taken advantage of. So I'm keenly aware what it takes to deliver not just great performance, but great customer service. People who follow my advice literally stop me on the street and thank me for referring them to AMCO.
We all need mechanics we can trust for correct diagnosis, efficient repair, and fair price. Not just for transmission repair, but engines, brakes, check engine lights, and so much more. Call the locally owned AMCO near you.
And I know their nationwide warranty protects you everywhere.
That's AA.
MCO.
Multiple contractors and estimates for your home projects? What a hassle. Instead, trust the Plus. Painting Plus.
Hi, I'm Charlie, owner of Painting Plus and the Plus family of businesses. We're reliable, fully licensed and insured. No muss, no fuss. Trust the Plus and leave everything on your list to us.
If your home's exterior has it, the Plus can improve it. Painting Plus. Siding, gutters, windows, decks, porches, roofing, and more. Trust the Plus. PaintingPlus.com.
This is Scott Slade with how a short phone call can change your life for the better. Take a few minutes and call MyLend and see if there's a way to put money in your pocket every month. There's so many options with MyLend. Here's an example. One of my friends at MyLend is looking at a reverse mortgage for his mom, who's 82. She's currently in a house that's paid for and too much to take care of by herself. So they're considering a reverse mortgage by selling her current house, then buying a smaller one by only putting 50% down and then putting the other 50% in her bank account, essentially trading homes and putting a couple of $100,000 in her pocket. If you or your parents have a similar situation, call MyLend, where the guys and gals there will put together a plan that's just right for you with no obligation. Call 770-817-2000. That's 770-817-2000. Online, it's mylend.com. Spell it MILEND. NMLS and Georgia Residential Mortgage License C148769, located at 8995 West Side Parkway, Alpharetta, Georgia 30009. MyLand is an equal housing lender.
Whether it's a slip that ends in a slip disc, a trick knee that's holding you back, or shoulder pain hurting your game, you can count on Northside Hospital Orthopedics. With leading care in Georgia at convenient locations all across the state, we're here to get you back on your feet, no matter what comes your way. Because Georgia moves us, and we keep Georgia moving. Find a provider near you at northside.com/ortho. That's northside.com/ORTHO.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
You can save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or Canada Dry. Select varieties or buy 2, get 2 free with your card. Limit 8. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Vincent Financial. Our top local story, Fulton County Commissioners approve a plan to fix the infamously dangerous county jail. Chairman Rob Pitts reads the motion.
Motion to proceed with the planning of option 3, which includes the construction of a special purpose building to serve vulnerable populations and offset the future need for outsourcing of inmates to out-of-county jail facilities and renovations at the Rice Street Main Jail.
The vote not unanimous.
Our motion on the floor is to approve. Let's vote.
And the vote is open. And the motion passes. 4 yeas, 1 nay, 1 abstention.
The cost of the renovation plan, $1.1 billion. A SWAT situation is over in a Mableton neighborhood. A SWAT team surrounded the home on Vinings Retreat Pass for several hours this afternoon. The Cobb County Sheriff's Office says the suspect is now in custody. Deputies were attempting to serve a misdemeanor warrant when the man barricaded himself in the home. Another family member is safe. Some call it a joke. Others say it went too far. A video from Stockbridge High School pep rally goes viral as students and staff stage a mock funeral for their rival Dutchtown High School. It includes a casket. Henry County School Superintendent Dr. John Pace responds in a video message saying the purpose of athletics is to promote health and fitness and foster a sense of community.
These games and associated events like pep rallies should focus on these positive attributes and bring out our best.
Pace says they continue to work with police to make sure athletic events are safe. There are mandatory evacuation orders now for some of North Carolina's barrier islands. Even though Hurricane Erin is expected to remain offshore, this man and his family are riding out the storm at a vacation rental in Kill Devil Hills.
We're all hoping and praying for the best.
We decided to keep our vacation and keep it going.
Erin is generating rough surf and bringing the threat of rip currents from Florida all the way up to Maine. It's now 3:32, time for live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. Alex Williams.
Better news in downtown, Bill. The crash is cleared from the right lane, 7585 southbound at Cortlandt Street, exit 249A. But the brake lights still start back at the 85-400 merge, while 75 south jams in right around Northside Drive. Crash still active in Dunwoody. It's in the left lane of the Georgia 400 ramps to 285 eastbound, the interloop there near Ashford Dunwoody Road. And it looks like a new slow zone. It's actually getting a little bit better near the airport, 285 northbound, the interloop approaching Cascade Road, exit number 7. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. Partly to mostly cloudy through the afternoon, high 89. Scattered pop-up showers and thunderstorms. Some will be heavy at times through this evening. Lows tonight in the low 70s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with scattered pop-up showers and thunderstorms, high 90.
Right now, 90 in Sugar Hill, 86 in Douglasville, 89 in East Point. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
It pays to have the WSB radio app. Download it today and get ready for the Blitz.
That's awesome. The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz. 5 chances every weekday to win $1,000. The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz
begins Monday, August 25th.
That's amazing.
From 95.5 WSB.
Download the WSB radio app now.
This is Scott Slade, and nothing takes the place of time when it comes to spotting problems with your health, especially cancer. The earlier, the better. That's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual Imaging's LDCT core body scan can be invaluable, giving you more time for you and your loved ones to take charge of your health. They can detect tumors as early as precancerous virtually anywhere in your body, and aneurysms you may not even know are there. Due to overwhelming demand for a limited time, their $995 core body scan offer has been extended. It's a $2,495 value. Early detection saves lives, and now it's more affordable than ever. Virtual Imaging has gotten such great response to this offer that they've opened up more times in both offices, but appointments will fill up fast, so don't wait. Some minimum requirements may apply. Early detection is your best protection. To schedule your virtual imaging $995 core body scan, call 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-SCAN. Or make an appointment by visiting their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
Eric Von Hessler's Death Wash. We bring the crematorium and bye-bye pod to you. No need to come to us. We bring it to you. Wheel your loved ones out, and we'll leave them to you in a bag and a box at the end.
All right, hire that person for marketing for Eric's Death Wash.
I love how he cracked himself up towards the end there.
By the way, that's the name of today's show, Eric's Death Wash.
You got it. Written it down.
Hey, a lot of ultimately very, very successful entrepreneurs were laughed at in the beginning. Remember this?
Yes.
Remember this? Oh, that Death Wash idea will never fly. Well, we'll build one. And I have to have any volunteers. I got to be able to prove the concept. Is anybody having a bad day? Well, I'll come back around.
Get James Cameron on it. It seems like he knows how to do stuff like that.
Why?
No, he's got to be I'm saying you got to volunteer to actually get in and be the
I
first.
thought you to build it.
No. We can build it, but I need
a
to be,
test dummy.
I need well, not a test dummy, but
a death test, just a dummy.
I need a death tester.
How much am I going to get paid after this?
$1 million.
All right, I'll do it.
Eric's Death Wash. If you don't, you just have to download the podcast. I'm not going to go over it again, but it's and if anybody out there steals it, I'll be very upset. And that guy, who's my new marketing manager, who just brought that our new commercial. Yeah.
No, you've put it on the air. It's on the skimmer somewhere, right? It's been recorded,
yes.
so that you can time
and we have
date stamp it.
We have taken that recording, put it into an envelope. And with today's newspaper inside.
We sealed it in an old mayonnaise jar and we buried it in the
I
backyard.
wrote on the cassette myself the date. And
well, you got to mail it to yourself so that there's an official timestamp.
Why was the envelope wet?
What?
Why was the envelope wet?
Why do you ask so many questions? Why always with the questions? You know what? It's so obvious to a visionary like me to be to recognize someone who's not a visionary with all the questions, all the details. I'm the big picture guy.
I've just noticed that a lot of your envelopes you send out are wet.
These are too many questions. I don't know why you would be asking these questions. Is it wet, dry, whatever? Hey, by the way, English Nick, before we get to Toodle Pip.
Sure.
Coming up very soon, he is going to have his meeting with
the immigration department
to try to become a citizen of this land. After you've been here, how long?
I've been here now since '96. So
okay,
going on 30 years.
All right, so you've been in America 2 years longer than I've been in Georgia. So I just want to say this.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, Trump, can you put in a good word for this guy? He's a hardworking dude. He's
Well, it all depends. How do you vote? Or would you vote if you could?
Just lie.
Yes, sir. I would pick up arms for the United States, and I would
vote for Trump.
And
I would vote.
Just say it.
Yes. Just say
it.
You want to be a citizen?
All right, I think I could give him a pass.
Okay. He's a good. I'm vouching for him. I'd like.
How does Shelley Winter feel?
Shelley Winter, I think, is cool with him, but I have to
Shelley
ask.
Winter likes him. He's
Shelley likes me.
in my book.
Why do you take Shelley over me? Because he's more of a MAGA guy.
I know.
He's
Shelley.
loyal.
Yeah. Shelley's loyal.
Do you know how I know that Shelley loves me? He offered me a chicken strip from his styrofoam container the other day.
You want one? Go ahead. No, go ahead. There's $3.50 at Walmart.
Boy, these are good-looking guys.
Nick is a good-looking guy. You do karaoke?
Yeah, live
Like
band
live?
karaoke.
Well,
yeah.
how about that?
we need more of them.
Every
Yeah.
city needs
Come sing something.
heavy metal karaoke. What do you call it?
What do I call you? Your Honor, Your Majesty,
Mr. President would be nice.
Listen, I just want to say to the people down there, because, you never know who's listening to you. And they could be listening.
Mm-hmm.
You're on that right-wing Von Hessler show.
I want you to know something. I demand. This is coming from the desk of Eric Von Hessler.
Not Derek, Eric.
Not Derek. Not that fool. This is from the desk of Eric Von Hessler. The mayor of the metro Atlanta area, Eric Von Hessler.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say this to the officials that are going to be meeting with English Nick about his pending citizenship. I, Eric Von Hessler, demand a thumbs up. And don't get on the wrong side of me. Let me tell you something. It's a good man, and we need him in America.
Eric says he's a good guy.
Yeah.
And listen, thank you for your attention in this matter. Listen to Eric. I love a German guy, right?
Yeah, you got to.
How do you not love the Germans, right?
You got to say that all of this, of course, pending the Laura Loomer. She's going to do a background check.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You have to vet everybody through Laura Loomer. You got to go through Loomer. You got to get Loomered.
You got to get Loomered.
That's a lot.
I would talk more about her. I find that she is replacing Meghan Markle in my daily fascination of a human being. Why are you in the position you're in? I don't quite understand. But we have English Nick, who I believe soon will be a U.S. citizen, and also UK, because the Queen or the King never turns back on you or something like that.
Well,
right?
I think what I've learned from the lady who's the British consulate is it depends on how long you've been in this country as far as whether you can keep the dual citizenship.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, you still have family over there. and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah,
Would
yeah.
you want to keep dual citizenship?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. Now here's the question. The only question I would ask.
Uh-oh.
We can't imagine it now, but let's say in 10 years, the United States and the UK are going to war.
Ooh.
Which side do
No,
take up
You can-
arms for?
You can ask me that question after September 15th.
Look President Trump in the eyes right there when you answer that.
No, I shan't. September 15th at about 3 in the afternoon.
Good idea to wait.
Yeah.
Find out later.
All right, let's sing for your supper, which means to
Supper.
pip some toodles, some pips.
This is from Realtor.com.
Oh, they're good.
Oh, yeah. They know all about houses and
What,
stuff.
are they an official? Are they a company, or are they like Zillow, Willow, Dillow?
They're like a Zillow.
Yeah.
But they have news.
But they have news and insights into celebrity real estate.
Nobody's buying houses now,
You
so
go
they
to
got to make
Zillow.
money.
What's the other one? Redfin.
Redfin is owned by Zillow, I believe.
And then there's Dildo, but that's for a whole different thing. But you get some of the best prices.
You know
They have
what?
all the WNBA news.
You know, when I was looking at this story
Yes.
that I'm about to throw your way, I learned that Orlando Bloom.
You said learnt twice with a T.
Learned.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Learned it.
Learnt.
Orlando Bloom, who was engaged to Katy Perry, who happens to be in town tonight.
They're not digging each other.
They're separated, and
Yeah.
he just sold his mansion in Hollywood for $7 million.
How could you know what? Have I ever seen
$7 million.
Have I ever seen a movie with Orlando Bloom in it?
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Never seen it.
No.
What about
I think I feel like
Pirates of the Caribbean?
No, I saw the first one.
Pirates
I saw
of the Caribbean?
first. Hold on, I saw the first Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, he's in that.
And I made the mistake. It was a long movie, and I went in the theater at 10:30 at night, and I was tired, and I walked out thinking that was the most exciting, boring movie I ever saw in my life. That was really my
You should
first
rewatch
review.
them. They're good.
Everybody says it's the greatest trilogy in the history of
Yeah.
history, so I guess I have to give it another chance. But I was a little tired when I saw it. So what else is he in?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
No, I never seen that.
There's other stuff, but I can't remember what he was in.
He was in everything for a while because I kept seeing his name. So I
But this
imagine,
website
he's
has-
a handsome guy, and he had Katy Perry. And what did they fall out about?
I don't know. They have kids together. They've decided.
I heard that one of the things that was that she kept at home insisting that she was an astronaut. And he was like,
No,
I'm not making this up.
No,
I
I
read
know.
a story that said that after that was over, his opinion was the same as most people's opinion, and it turned into a big deal in the house. I read a story. I don't know if it's true. I choose to believe it. You know what's true is what you choose to believe. Is that not? That's somebody else's truth that I adopted as mine.
It's your truth.
Does that work for your psychotherapy there, Autumn? Does that work? Yeah. Give it a thumbs up. Oh, yeah. Okay. Autumn endorses the idea. All right. What is the actual story?
The actual story is that Britney Spears has sparked major fan concern after revealing her very messy home in an off-key singing video.
Let me tell you
It's
something.
not her.
It's her.
Oh, you think it's not? You think
It's not.
Well, I mean, she's got a mental problem. She's had a mental problem for ever since the fans decided they could help her more with her mental work than her own father. And I warned of this. And it's just been kind of like La La Land since then. She's been doing these, she does these videos and she dresses like she's a Vegas, showgirl. And
it's not her.
Oh, come on.
All of a sudden, she has a gap in her top front teeth. That's not her.
Okay.
She's never had that.
Okay.
In this particular video,
you go down that road, huh?
She's very
going down that road.
TikTok.
But somebody has.
All right, you read an article about Katy Perry thinking she's an astronaut, and that's
on.
why Orlando Bloom left.
Here's
I
the
can
difference.
Also
Here's the
guess.
difference. Here's the difference. I lead with, I read an article. I don't know if it's true. I don't lead with, I have this information, and then you find out after a while I read one article. So. You can.
All right. Well, I saw many
Yes,
videos
about
it, about her husband or whoever that guy is, and how he has a studio that's all green screen or blue screen or something.
Yeah.
And
same thing.
that he makes videos in the back, and that's not really her.
Who is it?
She responded
I don't know.
to that. She responded to that in January.
Okay. Well,
And
we're
she
not.
said, "Autumn, you got it."
Listen.
I'll protect this guy.
The reality is that she has trouble. I mean, it's sad. The people came between her family and herself, and when somebody is going through a mental problem, there's nothing replaces really, really, really good friends and close family. That's because it's a hard thing to do, and you got to be there for a long time. And when you think it's over, then all of a sudden it's not. So it's got to be the people that love you the most. And somehow, this whole Free Britney thing, I hope you're happy with yourselves. You're all like 10 years older now. I'm not saying you're going to hell, but you made it a little more difficult to get into heaven, is what I'm saying. It was not a good thing that you did. And but I think it came up yesterday with the Sphere in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Because they can't make any money. They're losing like $1 billion
Right now, they're doing that.
Wizard of Oz 4K.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want it, they add stuff to the scene. Did
They
you know
used
that?
AI.
Yeah, they use AI,
Google.
so you see more of the. It's ridiculous, but they're hurting. I think a way to get a nightly crowd in there is you just have a camera in Britney Spears' kitchen or wherever she seems to be doing these things, and you just wander in there and watch her, do her thing. But
Just don't get too
but
inebriated.
I don't want to hear about fans saying they're worried about her. If you were the people that said Free Britney, it's your fault. So we don't need your help anymore. She's out there. You wanted to free her. Well, look, she's free, and now she doesn't have, her father near her to, love her through this.
Rein her in a little bit, maybe.
You tapped your little keys online and moved on with your life, but that's not the way mental stuff works.
Don't be late because you crowdsourced your commute with a navigation app.
This might become a travel advisory. Yeah, they're in 2 left lanes.
Depend on us.
See some delays if they shut that ramp down.
Make sure you get where you need to be on time.
Jam starting at Langford Parkway, getting past Spring Street.
Local and dependable traffic 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
We had a lot going on this morning through Henry County.
WSB Triple Team Traffic.
95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
If you're looking for an exceptional Swiss timepiece, visit Terra Fine Jewelry today. They have exceptional Swiss watches from Tag Heuer and the finest selection in Atlanta of pre-owned Rolex. It's where I've been shopping for over 25 years. Terra Fine Jewelry in Beaufort.
At Kroger Pharmacy, we make it easy to get flu, COVID, and RSV vaccines. They're available at no cost to you with most insurance plans, no appointment needed. And we're open weekdays, weeknights, and weekends, so come and visit us when it's most convenient for you. Kroger Health, a world of care is in store. Vaccines subject to availability. No cost to you with most insurance plans. Check with your plan for eligibility. Restrictions and exclusions may apply. See site for details.
Back to school season is busy, but making your home shine doesn't have to be. I'm Chris Chandler. Wise Guys Pro Wash had my house, driveway, deck, even the roof looking spotless, and I didn't even have to be home. Their soft washing keeps everything safe, no damage, just results you will love. And with more than 2,000 five-star reviews, you'll see why everybody's calling Wise Guys. Mention me, Chris Chandler, and get $70 off your next service. Book today at wiseguysprowash.com.
We are here with CFP Matthew Decker of the Vincent Financial Group and host of Retire ATL. And Matt, you have created a 20-question guide that asks the pointed, sometimes uncomfortable questions about where you stand in retirement. And you have to ask yourself, who is your guide?
That's right. Who is your guide? We sometimes think of retirement as like a mountain that you need to climb. And if you're going to ascend the mountain, it's important that you have a guide that has been there before, who has helped other people accomplish the same task. And we've seen that this is so important. There's so much value in the financial planning world. But if you don't know what's accessible, if you don't know what questions to ask, if you don't know what kind of value you should be receiving for the fees that you're paying, oftentimes you don't get it. So we created this guide to ask those questions and really point you in the direction of the type of service, the type of value that you should be receiving for the fees that you're paying if you're engaging a professional money manager or financial planner.
All right, so Matt, how can we get our hands on this 20-question guide?
We want to make it as simple as possible. So you can call us at 770-280-1488. All you have to do is tell the representative that you're looking for our 20-question guide. You can also go to our homepage, retireatlradio.com. You can send us a note there. Just let us know you're looking for the guide. We don't need your email address. You don't have to create an account. You know, it's not protected by some kind of paywall. This is something we want to provide to you for free so that you can know, am I getting value for the fees that I'm paying? It's complimentary, created by us here at the Vincent Financial Group. Again, 770-280-1488. Ask for the guide, or you can go to retireatlradio.com.
770-280-1488. or online at retireatlradio.com. And join us for Retire ATL every Sunday right here on WSB.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents or representatives may give tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult with a qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decisions.
If you've ever organized your closet only to have it look like a bomb went off in there 1 month later, then it's time to call Artisan Custom Closets. Dave Baker here with a custom spacious closet from Artisan. You'll never have to deal with all that clutter again. ArtisanCustomClosets.com.
All right, we don't have much time before we lose the next great citizen of these United States, English Nick. So hit me with another Tootle and then Pippet.
All right, this is from Yahoo.com. Diddy's daughter is humiliated as they get kicked off a roller coaster after rude exchange with the conductor.
Now, here's the, do they call them conductors?
Apparently,
is that
they're
the
doing
guy
this.
who pulls the thing? That
Tickets, please.
Apparently, yeah.
I know there's like a thing that's pulled. He stops. Is that the guy who stops the cars?
They were usually always a high school kid.
Yeah. He's a conductor now?
Yeah, apparently.
All right.
They were told to put their cell phones away, and they wouldn't.
All right. Well, why should they? They are the offspring of a famous person. Don't you have different rules?
Yes.
I mean, doesn't the conductor understand who their dad is?
Yeah.
And also, it's 2025, so there's a fine line between fame and infamy. It means the same thing. So that makes them the daughters of a famous person. I only read the headline, and I just assumed that they were just entitled kids acting like idiots. But I didn't read the headline.
You're not
I didn't
allowed
read
to use a cell phone.
What's the deal with the cell phone on roller coasters? I
Well,
guess because
for
they could
safety.
fall, they could go behind you, hit somebody behind
Especially
you.
if the track goes over like a walkway.
Yeah.
Most roller coasters, especially at Six Flags, don't go over other walkways, so
Yes.
you're fine like filming it.
Yeah, but if you lost it and you're in the first car, you could hurt somebody behind you.
Let's not forget, this was at the Orange County Fair in Southern California, so I think it was like a temporary.
Oh, it's like one of those ones in the parking lot.
Like like a carnival kind of thing.
Yeah, it might break the track.
This is the only carny that's like a stickler for the rules.
God, I hate young people who feel like rules just don't apply to them at all. And I don't mind. I don't mind rebellion.
Rules are there to be bent from time to time.
Rebellion in young people is what you want. I mean, it's got to have a ceiling. You don't want too much of it, but a little bit of hey, F you. That's the way it's supposed to be. But things that are just like These kids, if they just must have been saying, "Do you know our last name? We're allowed to do what we want." That's the problem that I have.
They ignored 3 requests to secure their phones. 3 times they were told to put their phones away, and they did not do it.
Again, they do have a famous father.
And
so,
they said he
I
was
think
being
the rules
rude.
are
He was being rude to them for asking them to do what he needed them to do.
And see, what they don't understand is, as long as he asks you to do the same thing he asked everybody else to do, it's not rude. If he singles you out and says you alone can't have a cell phone, well, then you've got a problem. But, look, in general, young people are stupid these days. If you're a millionaire and know you're never going to have to work a day in your life, I would imagine you pay less attention to your homework. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming that it's all, it's just all, I don't know, entitlement with those. But I did not read the story. But it does sound to you as if it was they were being.
Yeah, I think there was being.
There's speculation that they were targeted because of their matching pink sweatsuits.
Oh, probably.
Usually that's what happens.
Yeah, that's usually what it is.
Yeah, because you know what that means, right? When
Yeah.
people are wearing matching pink sets. I mean, like,
that means that
criminals.
they absolutely are about to cause some big trouble. The color pink is associated with violence.
yeah. It's like a nonverbal sign. Watch out.
Why does everything have to be get to the lawyer? Why can't you just 4 minutes later just sit down on a bench and go, you know what? My bad. I'm sorry.
They're
Does
rich. They don't
anybody-
care.
I know.
they're
And they want the
stupid.
clicks.
Why? Do they have their own podcast?
Probably.
Am I the only person in America who doesn't have a podcast?
Well, you
You do have a podcast.
No, but it's just this show. I mean, I'm talking
Because
about
Bundle
another
has a podcast.
Another podcast, like Autumn and Greg. That's a podcast. You guys still doing
Hell
that?
yeah. Yeah.
I'm still doing mine.
Tim has
Jared's
once a
still
week.
doing his.
Right? Well, okay, one at a time.
We're
So I
not
get
allowed to
jealous.
mention them, but we do them.
What? You're not allowed to mention the fact that you do podcast? What's the name of your podcast that you're not allowed to mention?
The Tim Andrews podcast you're not allowed to mention.
I believe it's called Radio Labyrinth. What's the one yours? that you're
Technically, it's
supposed-
not a podcast. It's a video series. It's called
Oh,
Solo
well, you
Moto.
can see. All you gotta
that's
do.
affiliated with the station.
You see, if you
Yeah,
say
it's not.
No.
Solo Moto's on my socials only.
Well,
Are you still using my thing that I'm paying for all that? Am I still paying for that thing? Yeah,
Restream's great.
Yeah, I'm
That's not the
paying for it.
question.
I don't do anything. I'm paying for it. Is everybody using this damn thing?
I don't use it.
Not
What
me.
I don't use it. I don't
Okay.
even. No.
This crappy
Not
Zoom.
you. Do you have a podcast?
No, but I think once I become a citizen of this great country,
Yeah.
I have an idea for a music podcast that I want to do.
But you're waiting? What? Wait, is there a lot of
Well,
criticism of the
no,
United
because
States?
I'll take, no,
It's a
because
US hating
I'll
music.
take it across the pond if they don't want to hear.
Oh,
they don't
I-
want me here.
All right,
I'm not
I
going to
see what
start
you're
it.
saying. So
I
that's
see.
a threat. If they don't allow you
No.
to become a citizen, you will take your potential podcast and walk across the pond.
Absolutely. Or maybe swim.
Yeah, you'd probably. Well, either way, you're going to die.
Yeah, it's a long
So,
way.
Take a boat or a plane.
Take a boat or a boat?
A buh? Why do you? What am I supposed to
saying-
say? English Nick, it's time for him to go.
That's Tati
correct?
bye.
All right.
As
Well,
the great Ken Dodd used to say, Tati bye.
Tati bye.
Hey y'all, it's Belinda Skelton for Four Seasons Home Care. As many of you know, I lost both my parents recently, but I'm so thankful they were able to finish their lives at home where they wanted to be. And Four Seasons Home Care was so helpful to my family throughout the process. I get emails from listeners all the time and why I trusted Four Seasons Home Care. They tell me I don't want just anyone to care for my parents. Well, of course you don't. So here's why I work with Four Seasons Home Care. This is a real family-owned company. They vet and hire every single one of their caregiving specialists, and they don't farm out the care to contractors, and they're not some national corporation. So here's my advice, folks. Call Four Seasons Home Care and just start the conversation. Do your homework. This is a huge decision. It's a 100% free call that can change everything. Google Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta. That's Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta.
Greg is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up like me.
Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Hi, I'm Deborah Morton, host of Inside Georgia Real Estate, right here on 95.5 WSB. If you listen to my show each Saturday, we cover Atlanta's housing market and all things real estate related. So, whether you're buying your dream home or selling your current one, hiring the right agent is essential. The Agency Atlanta is the iconic brokerage that is revolutionizing real estate worldwide. We pair global resources with decades of hyper-local Atlanta market expertise to deliver results. If you're selling your home, we'll help you showcase your property and maximize your return. If you're buying, we'll guide you through every step to secure the perfect home for your lifestyle. Either way, we would love to earn the privilege of being your agent. So, if you're looking for that perfect Buckhead bungalow, that Alpharetta estate, an in-town condo, or suburban bliss, visit InsideGeorgiaRealEstate.com today to connect with us at the Agency Atlanta. That's InsideGeorgiaRealEstate.com.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 4 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top local story, Fulton County moves ahead with plans to renovate its troubled Rice Street Jail.
4 yeas, 1 nay, and 1 abstention passed the $1.1 billion plan to construct a special purpose building next to the current jail, then renovate the original Rice Street facility. It would involve a sort of Jenga outsourcing and moving around of detainees during some phases of construction. Commissioner Dana Barrett abstained, noting nothing significant will be happening at the troubled Rice Street in the interim.
We're under a consent decree. We're in a very, very difficult situation right now. And the people in our jail and the employees who work there and all of that deserve better.
Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
It is 90 degrees in Atlanta. Scattered showers and storms will be around through this evening. Do we see more rain tomorrow? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. After Target's CEO announces his resignation, we are hearing today from the Metro Atlanta pastor who led a boycott against the retail giant.
A months-long boycott of Target by black churches nationwide is taking its toll, says the man spearheading it, Stonecrest megachurch pastor Jamal Bryant. He says the boycott aimed at forcing the company to bring back diversity, equity, and inclusion programs is costing Target profit and investors.
Target is really going to have to come to grips of what has been the impact of this boycott.
But analysts say Target's profit problem started just after the pandemic when inflation spiked and customers curbed their spending. And new CEO Michael Fidelki's top priorities do not mention DEI. Steve Summers, 95.5 WSB.
The city of Chamblee goes high-tech to fight crime. Construction starting today on the city's new real-time crime center. Chief Michael Dieppe says they'll have eyes everywhere to monitor key areas.
The technology is a TV wall consisting of 12 55-inch TVs in a command center, 4 dispatch consoles that can be manned by up to 8 dispatch/operators.
The center will be partially paid for by a nearly $1.4 million community public safety grant. He says it'll make it easier to work together with surrounding communities to fight crime. The center is expected to open around Thanksgiving. Atlanta-based Delta Airlines is sued over claims it was upselling window seats with no windows.
The plaintiffs want millions of dollars in damages on behalf of millions of flyers impacted by the alleged practice. The suits contend flyers have purchased window seats for an added fee, only to find their row has no window, just an empty wall. United Airlines is also named in the suits. They argue other major airlines, including American and Alaskan Airlines, clearly identify if there's no window in a selected row during the ticket buying process. Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
A former Georgia Police Academy Division Director pleads guilty to molesting a child. Samuel Ray Ham enters the guilty pleas in Walton County on 4 counts of child molestation, 3 counts of sexual battery, and 1 count of grooming a minor for a sexual offense. He's sentenced to 20 years in prison without parole, followed by life on probation. Ham was accused of touching a girl who was under the age of 16 in an inappropriate and sexual manner. A federal judge rejects the government's request to unseal the grand jury transcripts from the Jeffrey Epstein case.
The judge
stated no victims testified before the grand jury in the sex trafficking case against Epstein, who was once a friend of President Trump's. The judge also said information from the grand jury transcripts, quote, pales in comparison to the Epstein investigative information and materials in the hands of the Department of Justice, and characterized the transcript request as a diversion from the breadth and scope of the files the government already has.
CBS's Linda Kenyon reports Trump administration officials requested the transcripts amid growing demands from the president's base. A Metro Atlanta high school is ranked among the best in the country. The annual list from U.S. News and World Report puts Lawrenceville's Gwinnett County School of Math, Science, and Technology at number 13. It's also ranked the 11th best STEM school in the country. 98% of students participate in advanced placement courses, and the school has a 100% graduation rate. It is now 4:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins now with Alex Williams.
Not a good way to start the afternoon with this one, Bill. We got a rollover crash. Only a right shoulder right now is getting by. This is on the south side perimeter, 285 eastbound, the outer loop past Jonesboro Road, exit number 55. Already quickly stacking up back toward I-75. You can use 20 eastbound up toward downtown as an alternate, or if you're coming up from the southern suburbs, take 675 north as an alternate as well. We also have a right lane crash, Highway 78 eastbound, the Stone Mountain Freeway past Brockett Road, exit number 3. That's slowing the ride, leaving 285, which is also going to impact 285, especially southbound, where you're already slow out of Tucker trying to get down into Clarkston. Watching the ride through downtown, it's Kobe Dawkins.
And it's definitely starting to get slow. 75-85 northbound. The brake lights pack in just past Langford Parkway, getting past Peachtree, Pine Street. 85 south is jammed, starting at the Georgia 400 merge, stretching to I-20. And also heads up in Buckhead, Piedmont Road southbound at Darlington Road. A rollover crash knocks out one right lane. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Partly to mostly cloudy this afternoon, high 89. Scattered rain showers and thunderstorms will be heavy at times for the ride home. Lows tonight in the low 70s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with more pop-up storms, high 90. Cooling down for this weekend with scattered rain showers, highs in the mid-80s on Friday.
Right now, Storm Tracker radar is mostly quiet around Metro Atlanta, 87 in Marietta, 90 in Stockbridge, 88 in Clarkston. More news at 4:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 2 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. A strange story today. IMO. Strange story. To me, I think it's strange. Like, obviously, the wall being built, and then are they still building it? Whatever. The wall on the southern border. Obviously, that's news. So it's not strange to me that there's news about this. But I find this to be a little bit trivial, that all day long, it's supposed to be like big news. And I imagine CNN and Fox and MS Now are, they got 4, 5, 6 people on a panel to talk about it all day long. But the news is that they decided they're going to paint the color, they're going to paint the wall.
That's right.
Paint it black.
Kristi Noem was talking about that earlier today.
I see a big wall and I want to paint it black.
'Cause if they see it, then they're gonna turn right back.
It's much too hot to touch and that will make them fall.
Wouldn't that be funny? Put cameras on them, free TV.
There you go. You know, you already have that.
24 hours of wacky sax.
Woo! It'd be like the old NFL Follies. Remember that? Like it was like considered a joke. A guy would be like knocked out in the middle of the field.
That hurt.
The request of the president, who understands that in the
hold
hot
on.
temperatures down here.
This is Kristi. I found my face after the South Park episode Noem.
Kristi Noem, that's right.
The request of the president, who understands that in the hot temperatures down here, when something is painted black, it gets even warmer. And it will make it even harder for people to climb. So we are going to be painting the entire southern border wall black to make sure that we encourage individuals to not come into our country illegally.
Does that sound to you like somebody who's like, I don't know, the president told me to say it, so does it, honestly, it's like, I'm not going to get on the wrong side of Laura Loomer over this. I'll just go out there. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of heart and soul in that. Listen, just think in your mind somebody who really wants to keep their job and knows that the president wants loyalty, but I just don't feel any heart in this. It's just like, okay, let me just say what the president wants.
Go through the
and how
motions.
great it is, right? Yeah.
The request of the president, who understands that in the hot temperatures down here,
he understands
when
because
something
he's
is
so
painted painted
smart
black,
and beautiful?
it gets even warmer. And it will make it even harder for people to climb. So we are going to be painting the entire southern border wall black to make sure that we encourage individuals to not come into our country illegally.
They're going to go down to the Home Depot and ask for like 6 guys.
Yeah.
Come down and help.
Jump in the back.
Yeah.
Jump in the back.
Hey, Vlad, can you hang on a minute? Yeah, I just had an idea. Christy, can you please paint the wall black so people can't? It gets really. It's going to burn their hair. Okay, all right, thank you. All right, back to negotiating the war.
Why not just build it in such a way that you can't grab it? You know what I mean? Like it's just a. What's the word I'm looking for?
You can scale it. They use ladders and they.
Okay, well, if they use ladders, ladders don't care if it's a little bit hotter.
Exactly.
So I would think
what's the difference?
That's if you just have cameras, that's pretty hard to get away with, isn't it? Putting ladders up. But why don't they just have like a shear so that you just can't put your hands
Make it out of
anywhere?
glass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Indestructible glass.
That's going to cost.
Well, the
them
key
bit.
is you can't get the good black paint. I mean, they don't
Well,
get it right.
yeah.
Make it out of poison.
But you wanted to paint it gold,
right?
But
They
don't
don't get
have
that right either.
Hey, by the way, what is it about why don't you just use gold paint?
Well, they've tried over the years to
Uh-huh.
get the gold paint, but
Yeah.
they don't get it right. I mean, they really try, and it just doesn't look right. So
Okay,
you
yeah.
use real gold.
Yeah, I got to hear that from Trump at least once a day because I know that if you're working in the cabinet, you do.
You know that little secret? I don't know if you're going to waste your time putting this on, but throughout the years, people have tried to come up with a gold paint that would look like gold, and they've never been able to do it.
Can't do it.
You've never been able. Look at that look.
Is
You've
that
never been
right?
able to match gold with gold paint. That's why it's gold.
Gold is gold, and
Genius.
you can't do it. And
It sounds like my kid talking to me. Like something about like Pokemon I don't care
Bob,
about.
did you
Did
know
you
that
know with gold paint they can't find gold paint because it's not right and they tried so long that it's like, oh yeah.
I found a slowpoke, and when you're doing the Pokemon Go, you get the slowpoke. It's rare, right?
Oh.
And then you find a wild Snorlax out there, and that's tough to get. I mean,
That's
they
exciting.
don't make it right,
What I like is that it's a little peek into. I want to. Autumn, the way that like when your kid is telling you something and you recognize that you have to pretend to be listening because that's the right thing to do, but you don't really care.
And you have to ask specific questions,
Yeah.
like so that they think you're still paying attention. Because I
Yes.
really don't know what they're
Yes.
talking about sometimes.
This is
So if-
exactly, I just want you to know, this is exactly what happens to men while they're watching sports when their wife starts talking to them about what the neighbor said to somebody else about something that turned into a thing in the neighborhood. And as a good husband, I have to act like I'm interested because
Donna said that.
But at the same time,
Doesn't sound like Donna.
I don't want to miss. I don't want to miss some detail that's coming out of the television. So I would imagine you do the same. So you have two minds at that point. One is doing the work of the obligatory work, and then the other mind is thinking about and paying attention to the thing you really care
Throw
about.
in a couple of really.
Really? That's always a good one. That's a really good one.
She don't want to invite
questions. Because you can just go by tone, right? Right. If your wife is, the tone, so it's negative, it's positive. So if it's negative, you haven't been half listening. This is a good one, guys. Just like really, and then boom, it's like okay, he's proven to me that he cares. Meanwhile, you're trying to get the latest. It's like what? The Colts aren't going with their number. Fourth
They're going
pick?
with Daniel Jones. What?
And
He's
your
a
wife's-
winner.
And your wife's going on,
Who are
You
the
win
Giants
game.
going to use?
You know the garbage men, they would not take it because we put it over by the mail. Oh, really? That's terrible.
Yeah, and I told
Yeah, yeah.
I've emailed the city a couple times and they still won't take it. Yeah, and I went over. I keep trying to like get out there when the trash comes.
Really?
Yeah, but like last week it was coming at like 10:30, and so
yeah.
I waited. But then it was later the next week.
Oh, he's
and
down
I
on
was
the field and he's
I was
hurt.
trying to get in touch with somebody, and I hate to bother them.
Yeah.
You know
what I think at that
actual
point?
workers.
At that point, I think we got to get you a job.
Yeah. On a Sunday.
I got a job for
'Cause
you.
I live in the same neighborhood. And I don't give a damn what anybody's saying to anybody else. So it's obviously I got my mind somewhere else.
Are you in charge of the garbage?
Am I in charge of the
Taking
garbage?
the cans to the.
I usually do it on. I get home on Tuesday night. And I'll go over and pop it around. And,
It's nice of you.
I do my. They come. Well, you got to get it out
Nice
there
of
the
you.
night
It's just
before.
normal living together.
It is nice of me. I don't have to do it. There's no law
Somebody
that
has to
says
do it.
somebody does, but that somebody doesn't necessarily have to be me.
Yeah.
How about this week? You're by yourself.
I'm by myself.
Probably not a lot of garbage.
Not a lot of garbage. You know,
Well,
last
a lot
week
of takeout.
Last week they didn't take my garbage. Strangely enough, it was very weird. It was almost like the beginning of
Really?
It was
Really?
It was like
Wow.
hold on. This is like a Stephen King novel. All right. So I put it out in a certain place.
Mm-hmm.
Next day I come out. It's been moved way over to the other side of the driveway.
Wow, that's so crazy.
And still full of garbage.
What?
Who does that?
Your neighbor that doesn't like you, the shirtless guy. That,
Oh,
when
that
he gets
guy?
mad at you for fireworks.
Oh, yeah,
He
that
did it.
firework guy. My firework neighbor.
Oh, no, I'm perplexed. Why would that happen?
Why would it happen? It's ridiculous.
Maybe somebody thought that it was already done, and so they pulled the trash in.
Maybe somebody wants to mess with me. Well, that's their biggest mistake. Because I went around with a baseball bat and just took out everybody's mailbox. I don't know who
Smart.
did it, but I
It
guarantee
doesn't
you I
matter
got their
because whoever
mailbox.
did, they learned
They did.
what would happen.
They did.
have
Was
you-
there a little collateral damage? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Have
You
you
got to
con-
break a few
Call
eggs
me a
to
war
make
criminal.
trash omelets.
Have you considered getting the trash bag that goes inside the actual like big garbage can that you roll out to the street? Like I've got a couple neighbors that are doing that. That are
But did the garbage men want that? Because
don't
don't they have
know.
to then do some? Because they have the truck basically does 90% of the
yeah,
work.
it kind of has like a little lift that
Yeah,
lifts
you
up
don't
the
need a
garbage
have
bag.
those.
You don't need that.
My neighbors have been pushing this. They're like, so we have like the big giant green
Well, it
garbage.
won't stink as much, that's for sure. But you would have to tie it at the top when you put it out,
Right,
Because
right.
they're not going to do anything like.
But they're like, there's been an aggressive push from our neighbors saying like, you should really switch
But
to
now,
this
wouldn't
kind
that
of.
be bags inside of bags?
no.
That's like
It's a bag inside of a bin.
right. But what are you putting in the bin? Bags of garbage.
Bags from upstairs. You're right.
No, what I'm
Autumn.
saying is you
Bags,
you
bags.
put it as a liner, right? And then you throw your stuff, and then when you put the bin out, you tie it all up at the top so that
Yeah, I
when
know,
they
but that's
come-
a bag full of bags.
it's a bag full of bags.
And that seems pretty wasteful to me.
That's what I thought, and I argued against it with my neighbors very politely. But
Really?
but there's a big push in our neighborhood to get
throw
rid
it
of
out
it.
the
bags in, you losers.
Wasn't it a senior strip club? Bag full of bags. You know?
Bag of bags.
Bag of bags. Hello, I would like to say, because I'm a gentleman, hello to, I'm going to say hello to Alex Williams. Alex says there's a rollover crash, unfortunately, on 285 on the south side.
Hey, good afternoon, Eric. Yeah, not good down here on the south side perimeter. Car on its roof. Another one's lost at least one tire, and they have got all of 285 eastbound. The outer loop completely shut down past Jonesboro Road, exit 55. You're already slow back to I-75. Think about some of your surface streets down on the south side to get you around that. Else you can use I-20 east. If you're coming up from the southern suburbs, take 675 northbound up to the south side perimeter to avoid that jam. Watching I-85 toward Gwinnett County with the help of Kobe Dawkins.
85 northbound slow rides beginning at I-285 getting to Steve Reynolds Boulevard, and then the brake lights find you again at Old Peachtree Road getting to I-985. And this report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Need more data so you can stream your jam mix on loop? Switch to Straight Talk and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, available at straighttalk.com or Walmart. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
On air,
Online,
on the app,
where you get your news,
is where you'll win.
Download the WSB radio app now and maybe win $1,000.
Thank you. The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz.
5 words, 5 times a day, every weekday. Oh my word! Just enter the word at WSBradio.com or on the WSB radio app. The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz
Begins Monday, August 25th.
Dave Baker here for Cool Ray Heating and Cooling. It's August, which means school is back in session. Hey kids, remember homework? Cool Ray will help keep you cool while you study at home. Right now, Cool Ray is offering up to $2,250 back in rebates and free installation with the purchase of a complete Carrier system. You know, proper insulation is like a summertime sidekick for your HVAC, keeping cool air in and hot air out. Simply go to coolray.com to book your appointment today. Cool Ray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
Attention men, does ED and PE have you down? Well, great news. Choice Men's Health has the latest breakthrough treatments that can get you up and running. Meet the specialist who is dedicated to helping you perform better than ever in the bedroom.
Hi, I'm Dr. Katz, Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Our custom treatment plans have a 98% success rate at improving ED and PE on your very first visit, even if Viagra and Cialis have failed. Regardless of your age and medical history, we are here and dedicated to help you regain your love life.
Don't wait. Call Choice Men's Health now. We are so confident we can help. For a limited time, we're offering to cover your first treatment for free. Call 404-400-1170. Call now to claim your free treatment. 404-400-1170. Results guaranteed on your first visit or it's free. 404-400-1170. Choice Men's Health, the only choice for your health.
2 houses, same neighborhood, nearly identical. But one had an orchard sign, and it sold for way more. So what happened? Well, the first homeowner used a traditional agent, and after weeks of sitting on the market, price drops, and mounting frustration, they settled for less than they'd hoped for. The second homeowner chose Orchard. Their local orchard agent didn't just list the home, they knew how to market it properly. They knew which upgrades would attract serious buyers, brought in pros to handle the prep, and position the home to sell for top dollar. And thanks to Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program, that homeowner moved into their new place before the old one even hit the market. No showings, no disruptions, no living in limbo. That's the difference. Never settle for less. Get more with Orchard. Start with a free home valuation at orchard.com. That's orchard.com.
Imagine pulling up the driveway to your beautiful new garage door, energy-efficient windows, and stunning double front door. It feels like a new home, but you didn't have to move. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows, with lots of exciting ways to refresh your home. For every opening to your home, we've got you covered, with countless quality options, backed by unparalleled service and craftsmanship. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 seasonsgarages.com.
Hi, I'm Trisha, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company, where we're all about you, your style, your budget, your dream engagement ring. Are you looking for a style that's classic, modern, vintage, or something in between? Not sure? At Shane Company, we're here to help. We have so much style under one roof because a friend knows you like options. Drop by or visit us at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Better prices, better views. Window comfort, meant just for you. Window comfort.
Don't be fooled by the big box brands. Window Comfort's exclusive window line is custom built for Georgia weather, installed by in-house pros and guaranteed never to fog. With factory direct pricing, it's affordable for everyone. Go to windowcomfort.com for real quality that lasts.
Better prices, better views. Window comfort, meant just for you. Window comfort.
Let's do this. Whenever I find out that a brand that's been around for a long time, that people like the brand and they love the lore of the brand, and then all of a sudden they decide to change all of that and become soulless and corporate, my first question in my mind these days is, find out if there's any private equity group that suddenly got behind it. The answer in this case, of course, yes. You were just looking at your feed, and I guess we did the story a while ago, but you're starting to see them more. Cracker Barrel has changed their logo.
Yeah, they take the old white guy out.
Uncle Herschel, I guess, having an old, and the barrel.
What the hell? They take the barrel out?
Well, that barrel was pretty racist.
Yeah. So, and did you say they said they had to do it to decolonize it?
That was what I read on a news feed on X. So obviously that's not true. I asked ChatGPT, and no.
Yes.
They said no.
But there is, let's see, a private equity firm involved this time is a smaller one, which means they probably only have just a few $1 billion. It's called L. Catterton, something like that. I mentioned this yesterday. When you notice that no one seems to care about your customer experience, everything seems transactional, and things that used to have some feel and grit and soul to them and humanity, and all of a sudden that's gone, just go to your Google machine and just ask, has private equity money gotten involved with this company lately? And 9.9 times out of 10, the answer will be yes, because the first thing they do is they remove any humanity at all. And so also the bigger you are, the smaller voices can have an effect on you, because what happens is the company that now has money in Cracker Barrel has money in 932 other companies. So if you are a small voice saying, that's whatever, it's racist, whatever, and nobody would hear you, and they go, oh, well, but they go, oh, no, we're going to boycott not just Cracker Barrel, but your other 952. So they fold like deck chairs because they don't care about the customers, and they don't even care about the thing they own. They're just trying to resell it. So this is why Cracker Barrel used to have a really cool logo that had a human being in it, had a porch and a
unique experience,
an actual Cracker Barrel, and brought up, conjured up imagery of human beings doing things together, sitting around, talking. That has to go because somebody finds that to be problematic. And now we'll just have this soulless. And you know what we really want? We want a corporate logo that basically looks a whole hell of a lot like all of the other corporate logos. And then we don't have to worry about offending anybody. You see, people are stupid. They'll get offended by a logo, but they won't get offended by the fact that the same company behind the Cracker Barrel is, making it nearly impossible for young people to buy a new home. We won't get because we know at the corporate high level, people are dumb. So super serve their dumb needs. Their dumb need is somebody's yelling about how it's problematic. Take care of that and then continue to screw the middle class out of all of their money. They're too dumb. It's too complicated for their brain. But, seeing an old white guy on a porch, well, that's a dumb person can pick up a bullhorn and be heard about that.
After hearing this, now when I'm doing my road trips and I'm craving a breakfast, I'm going to Biscuitville from here on
Go
out.
to
Bob Evans.
Bob Evans is good too. Bob Evans at Biscuitville.
They probably got private equity money too.
Probably. All those fast food restaurants nowadays, they used to have unique architecture. McDonald's did.
Yeah.
They're all boxes now.
Yeah, the Wendy's.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. There's no, the experience, the memories. We've been coming in for years. Oh my goodness, my kid's 5th birthday party. All of that means nothing to the private equity group that takes over. It meant everything to Ray Kroc at the time. It means everything to the person who starts a restaurant somewhere that then becomes a franchise that then gets bought up. But they do not, there's no, it's called the customer experience. You're a customer for your whole life, and you're going like, why did these used to be cool buildings, and now that your human feelings cannot show up on a ledger. And this is what's ruining this country. One word: efficiencies. Alex Williams says there's a red alert on 285 on the south side.
Yeah, still got all lanes shut down here, Eric. 285 eastbound, the outer loop past Jonesboro Road, exit 55. Car on its roof and multiple other vehicles involved here. It's already slow back before I-75. Make your way northward and use I-20 eastbound out toward DeKalb as an alternate. If you're coming up from the southern suburbs, use 675. Other worst part of 285 has got to be east and southbound, the inner loop through DeKalb, leaving Ashford Dunwoody Road into Dorville. Tucker all the way down into Clarkston, breaking free around Memorial Drive. Watching the ride downtown, how are things, Kobe Dawkins?
It remains slow, 75-85 northbound. Seeing the delays start just past Langford Parkway, getting past Peachtree Pine Street. Southbound rides turn slow before the downtown merge, getting to I-20. And also in Buckhead, Piedmont Road going southbound right at Darlington Road. Rollover crash cleanup, knocking out all lanes going southbound. You can use Peachtree Road as an alternate. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a Reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age system, maker, model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
We're in the dog days of summer, and I have news to help you stay cool. Ashley Frasca here to share that Ragsdale is extending their biggest specials of the summer off a brand new Carrier home comfort system that comes with Ragsdale's trusted 15-year parts and labor warranty. Ragsdale has HVAC, plumbing, electrical, and insulation all under one roof. So whether it's for a leaky faucet or blown-in insulation, Ragsdale takes care of my home, and they will yours too. For great, friendly service, visit RagsdaleAir.com or give them a call. Ragsdale, the name I know you can trust.
Avoid the stress of listing your home on the market and sell your home fast for all cash with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. I've served homeowners like you for nearly 30 years and have helped over 67,000 satisfied clients. And I know what matters most, a quick sale and maximum profit. Trust the top real estate team in the U.S. and close with confidence. Find out what your guaranteed offer would be. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
You've thought about assisted living for your parents, but maybe the right answer is renovating your home and having mom or dad move in. I'm Richard, Chief Architect at Sketch House, where we create custom architectural drawings for homeowners looking to remodel. Why get drawings first? You'll know what's possible. You'll be able to get pricing and compare builders apples to apples, and builders love drawings. You'll get bumped to the top of their list with drawings in hand. Let Sketch House help you make a decision about your aging parents at a fixed price. Visit sketchhouse.com. That's sketch, HAUS.com.
Squirrels in your attic are not leaving without a fight. Scott Slade here. You need the Breda Wildlife Guarantee. It covers every entry point, old and new. Other companies only guarantee the entry point they seal. So each time that squirrel chews a new hole, and they will, it'll cost you hundreds more. But under the Breda Wildlife Guarantee, you stay protected at no additional cost.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Whether it's a slip that ends in a slip disc, a trick knee that's holding you back, or shoulder pain hurting your game, you can count on Northside Hospital Orthopedics. With leading care in Georgia at convenient locations all across the state, we're here to get you back on your feet, no matter what comes your way. Because Georgia moves us, and we keep Georgia moving. Find a provider near you at northside.com/ortho. That's northside.com/ORTHO.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather, traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Our top local story, Fulton County Commissioners approve a plan to renovate the infamously dangerous county jail. Chairman Rob Pitts reads the motion before today's vote.
Motion to proceed with the planning of option 3, which includes the construction of a special purpose building to serve vulnerable populations and offset the future need for outsourcing of inmates to out-of-county jail facilities and renovations at the Rice Street main jail.
The vote, though, not unanimous, with Commissioner Mo Ivory casting the only no vote.
If I was going to vote on something for $1 billion of taxpayer money, I would need to see more than one sheet about
The
it.
plan to revitalize the jail will cost $1.1 billion. Commissioners today also approving double overtime for jail officers through the end of the year. It is 90 degrees in Atlanta. Scattered showers and thunderstorms are expected for this evening, and more coming tomorrow. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. A new canine helps the Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office with its trafficking and child exploitation unit.
The black Labrador named Dee is officially an electronic storage detection canine. That means she's trained to detect digital storage devices that may contain child sexual abuse material. The Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office says Dee helps the Trace unit by identifying concealed devices like micro SD cards and internal and external hard drives. Bottom line, the canine will increase the chances of discovering time-sensitive evidence to protect the public from sexual predators. Cheryl Castro, 95.5 WSB.
The city of Chamblee is just months away from opening a new real-time crime center. Police Chief Michael Dieppe says it uses technology to track crime.
Which are 10-tilt zoom cameras and license plate readers that we've strategically placed around the city of Chamblee that will help and aid us in crime fighting and criminal investigation.
Construction on the center starts today. It should open around Thanksgiving. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is calling out the American Academy of Pediatrics for going against the Atlanta-based CDC for recommending COVID vaccines for all kids ages 6 through 23 months. Kennedy claims the group's recommendations were corporate-friendly because the Academy receives donations from vaccine companies like Pfizer and Moderna. It's been used by the Falcons, and Microsoft is teaming up with the NFL to bring the latest data from the field and sidelines this season.
Microsoft's giving all 32 teams custom-built Copilot tablets, more than 2,500 total across the league, to help expand coverage and data collection using Azure AI. The company says the tech could also help managers track factors such as weather delays or equipment issues. Earlier this year, Microsoft said says staff use its AI to scout players ahead of the NFL draft. And the Atlanta Falcons used it during training camp last month to pump out a few headlines on players. Terms of the deal have not been disclosed. I'm Bloomberg's Monica Ricks for 95.5 WSB.
North Carolina is under a state of emergency as Hurricane Erin tracks nearly parallel with the U.S. East Coast. Governor Josh Stein says it could get bad.
We are anticipating coastal flooding from massive waves, tropical storm force winds, and tidal and storm surge for much of the state shoreline.
Erin's outer bands are expected to bring bad weather to the North Carolina coast. Thousands have already evacuated. Rip currents are a concern up and down the East Coast. You may notice more Truist Bank branches popping up around Metro Atlanta. Bloomberg reports Truist is planning to open 100 new branches and renovate more than 300 existing ones in several cities, including Atlanta, over the next 5 years. Scottie Scheffler has the shortest odds to win a PGA Tour event since Tiger Woods in 2009. According to DraftKings, Scheffler is listed at plus 150 to win the Tour Championship this weekend at East Lake. Tiger was even money to win the Tour Championship in 2009. Scheffler, though, brushing off any comparisons to Woods.
I think it's very silly to be compared to Tiger Woods. I think Tiger's a guy that stands alone in the game of golf, and I think he always will.
Scheffler's won 5 times this season, including 2 majors. It's now 4:34, and it's time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic starts now with Alex Williams.
Red alert continues on the south side perimeter, Bill. All lanes shut down. 285 eastbound, the outer loop past Jonesboro Road, exit 55, as they try to clear up this rollover crash, and it has absolutely cooked the ride on 285 east all the way back to Riverdale Road. Avoid the south side perimeter at all costs. Think about I-20 as an alternate. If you're coming up from the southern suburbs, use 675 north instead of 75 to get there to I-285. Elsewhere on the perimeter, 285 southbound packed in DeKalb, leaving I-85 down to East Ponce and Clarkston. And the outer loop's slow as well on the north side, 285 west from Dunwoody, passing Roswell Road in Sandy Springs. Watching the ride on 75 through Cobb County and on beyond, it's Kobe Dawkins.
And rides start to slow, 75 north, beginning before Delk Road, stretching to Wade Green Road in Kennesaw. 575 northbound is slow, getting into Woodstock. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. Partly cloudy, warm, and muggy with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms developing this evening. Those will come to an end after midnight, lows in the low 70s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with more pop-up showers and thunderstorms through the afternoon, high 90. Scattered rain showers on Friday, high 84.
Right now, Storm Tracker radar pretty quiet around Metro Atlanta. It's 90 in Doraville, 86 in Lithia Springs, and 89 in Conyers. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Well, they said it was fixed, but was it? When TE Certified Electrical Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling say it's fixed, it's really fixed. That's part of how they love your home. Hey, it's Chris Chandler, and these are the folks I trust in my home because of their attention to detail, expertise, and a job done right the first time. And to back it up, TE Certified offers a lifetime workmanship warranty.
TE Certified, we love your home.
At the Original Mattress Factory, you'll often hear us say we can't fit our quality in a box. Our customers feel the same way. Here's what an actual OMF customer had to say.
I recently purchased a bed-in-a-box mattress and returned it a month later. I replaced it with a bed from the Original Mattress Factory, and I am beyond thrilled. Don't bother with any of the online mattress brands. Go to OMF and you'll be in great hands. My only regret is not going there sooner.
Come see our quality firsthand at the Original Mattress Factory.
A DUI conviction might cost you your license. Get the DUI lawyer, GeorgeStein.com.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885.
to restore your love life in just one visit. Call now, 404-885-8885.
I know you're hot, but how is summer treating your home? Dave Baker, host of the Home Fix-It Show, here for AquaGuard Foundation Solutions. Have you noticed drywall cracks, stuck windows and doors, or bowed walls? AquaGuard knows that all these signs point to possible major damage in your foundation, and they will only get worse over time. But don't worry, AquaGuard will identify your issues and repair them. Simply go to aquaguard.net now and set up a free inspection. There's a reason they're the trusted local experts. Remember, AquaGuard.
Bad or sad news for Tim Andrews, who I know you love Bob Evans, and they were a family-owned restaurant franchised restaurant thing, but they were family-owned?
Yeah, they owned all their stores.
Oh, they didn't even franchise.
Uh-uh.
So, and you were a manager there, and you have fondness for them. But I had George look it up, and private equity money has gotten their hands. So when's the last time you were there? You had them.
I haven't eaten at a Bob Evans probably 3 years.
You should try one out now, see if there's any difference.
Oh, I guarantee the food's not going to be any good.
Well, it's not even about the food. It's just about everything else. Like we were talking about Cracker Barrel, they're also taking down all the stuff on the inside.
No, they're not.
Yeah, and they're and
the store and stuff, or just the.
I think the store still exists.
Store will stick, but the stuff on the just
on the walls
on the walls,
things.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, and
wow.
I can tell you why. Because it's about efficiencies.
That is so short-sighted and stupid.
You got to buy an old sled to put on a wall for every. You know what I mean? Like
right.
like that, it's the little things. It's like, well, there's this many stores, and if we don't do it, and I know that people get a little bit annoyed, and I think that the criticism is valid sometimes. That I bring this up too much, or I'm always complaining about it. But I've got my eye on it, and I want to get the word out there. I think right now people will be. There's some pushback, they're involved with our 401ks, so it's BS. I mean, they are, but that as a cover excuse and why it's okay is complete BS. But I believe in 10 years or 15 years, when people are looking back, they will all agree with this statement of mine. Private equity groups are destroying the fabric of the nation. What is the fabric of the nation? The fabric of the nation is collective memories, shared experiences, cultural norms. Regionalism, right. Where, radio stations back in the old days, music stations, and this hasn't been the case for a long time, where program directors of music radio stations actually picked the music. But back in the day, they used to, because they understood having a rock and roll station in Western New York and having a rock and roll station in Los Angeles, where those stations were talking to two very different types of people. So and all of that mattered in everything, restaurants, everything. So it is what's happening right now, and I will try to pull back. I don't want to bore the audience that every day have the same thing, but I don't hear a lot of other people talking about it.
But they notice. You drive down the road, you're
yeah, I'm
35.
trying to tell people, every time you notice it here, there, and something used to be human, and now that humanity is gone, I'm just trying to put it in your head. Go to Google every single time and find out if private equity money has gotten in there since the last time you had a good experience and this time. And more than likely, you're going to find out that it's true, because humanity doesn't show up on a ledger. And I'm not a hippie. I don't think you should run businesses as charities. I'm not an idiot. But you can also go so far to the other side where it's all about the ledger and it's all about efficiencies that the customer experience is forgotten. And if you own everything, well, they got to buy from us somehow. So it really doesn't matter about the customer experience.
So I'm
That's
clean,
what's
though,
happening.
right? I know this is about Bob Evans, but Biscuitville, my breakfast place of choice.
Turns out Biscuitville is still, for a very short time,
last family-owned place in America.
still owned
Yes.
by a family. But here's the thing. As much as I rail against these private equity groups, if they walked in right now and said, I'll give you $10 million for the Von Hessler Doctrine, I'd be like, well, okay. I mean, it's impossible to say no to these people if you own these businesses. It's impossible. It's not good for your customer base. But if you're a doctor and you're the head of like a doctor's group of people, whatever, and you're like, I don't know, 57, 58 years old, and some private equity group comes, hey, we'll give you $15 million right now. I'm like, I don't care how I feel about private equity groups. Show me the money. I mean, they know what they're doing.
In a way, they gave somebody else $15 million for the von Hessler doctrine because,
Say that again?
In a way, they gave somebody else $15 million because, we're talking about it from a place that is owned by a...
Oh, well, I know that.
Yeah.
Well, I know that, but I'm trying to be, it's not, you may be able to, maybe you losing your job wouldn't lose much money, but me, I had a lot to
Why
lose.
would that be
Just a fact.
yeah.
Oh, there's other facts there, too. Many things we don't talk about.
Yeah.
No, it is true, and I recognize that I'm a little bit of a hypocrite because my paycheck. But I'm telling you, if a private equity group came in, you can't say no. When people step in and they walk in and you run a business, I do care about my customers, but man, this is a daily grind. $15 million, and I can go to Hawaii or something. It's impossible to say no.
You notice that with a lot of the home improvement companies that are that have been locally run for especially the majority of my life, and this is not just an Atlanta thing, this is across the board, where private equity groups, that's been their latest target, is they go after all of these home improvement companies. They go after they're hitting everything.
They go after funeral homes.
Well, everything.
Funeral homes. That's
Listen,
insane.
I'm telling you, if you can find people who are customers of different types of brands bitching about what's happened since the private equity groups came in on YouTube, if you follow people who do music channels, people who talk about the gear that bands are using or whatever. You'll find, just keep looking, and you'll be like, apparently, like with the musicians, there used to be like 5, 6, 7 companies that would compete with, things like faders and things that musicians need. And apparently, they've all been bought up by private equity groups, and in every situation, every different type of company or corporation, a year after the private equity groups take over, customers begin to complain that the customer experience is not what it once was. And they don't care. They don't care. They're not reselling the customers. They're reselling the business. And that's just the way that it is. I don't hate anybody. I'm sure there's plenty of people who work for these companies that are very nice and good parents and good kids and respect their elders. But what they are doing for a living is tearing up the fabric of this country, destroying it. And look, in 15 years, when I'm probably dead, you can come to my grave and say, you know what,
You're
Eric,
going to be
you were right.
around in 15 years.
Well,
the solution might be, right, is at least part of a solution would be to not participate in those companies.
How?
They
own everything.
Well, by having to work harder to get what you need.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like I was talking about, like not doing Amazon.
Yeah, but
I know that's
so
really
one
tough.
person stops doing Amazon. What does that do?
What's that?
One person stops doing
Well, more
Amazon.
than one person has to do it.
Yeah, but in order for it to be successful, you'd have to get like 75% of the customers to do it.
Well, I'm
It's
just
never going to
saying,
happen.
like that. I'm not saying it'd be so simple or anything, but it is something to think about, and not just with Amazon, but all kinds of things. Like if you want to go to breakfast, you don't go to Cracker Barrel anymore because it is go to like this stupid cafe that's near you that's not, that's run locally.
Yeah, but the reason people end up at Cracker Barrels usually
They're
is because they're
traveling.
traveling.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
And
me. It's like
convenient.
if I'm
Go to
traveling.
Waffle House.
If I'm traveling, well, what's behind that? I don't even know.
I don't know.
If I'm traveling, and I'm not endorsing anybody. I'm just telling you, people have habits. For me, if I have to, stop and go to sleep, it's like I have good, like Hampton Inns. They're clean. Like, they cost too much, just like everything else costs too much.
Not a
But-
Super 8 guy?
No.
I've done.
Well, those are
Super
different
8.
types of nights.
Yeah. Let me tell you.
When you're feeling dirty.
I've had I've never had that particular experience, but I've had some of the most horrific evenings of my life stopping in at a place like that. I will tell you that. But it's not even about good or bad. If people who travel like, oh, there's a Cracker Barrel, maybe go there because
But that's the thing. You have to make choices. I
But
mean,
that's
it's
not
just
reasonable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not,
it's
if you
not
wanna
reasonable
have-
what they're doing, but the only way to at least counter it is to now I have to make certain choices.
See, I think most people would think of that as you're just being kind of like airy, because if you say that you want to do something about it, what you're saying will never happen. So therefore, it will never do something about it. You're not going to mobilize everybody. I mean, if we're just driving down the street,
yeah.
What are you gonna be? Hey, Siri, is that place owned by? As you're driving, you just
everything
have to,
is owned by
everything.
private
You just
equity.
don't go to a chain.
I can't tell you that while you're driving.
Yeah, that's true. In fact, I've called the police. And
It was like the other day, like you were saying, hey, with all this spying between countries, can we just all chill out? The answer is no, because there's too much cost involved if you stop and every other country continues to do it, that no country will actually decide to do it. So that's not a plausible solution. So
that was only part of my solution. The real solution was to get together and do drugs.
Okay, well, I mean, that part. I mean, the plausible thing is to recognize how things are going to be in reality and do something about that, knowing that the reality is the reality. You can't go into this space and go, well, if nobody went there anymore, it's not going to happen.
I think Autumn's revolution is working because a lot of the Amazon trucks that I've seen around Atlanta are like they're all beat up. They've been hit a couple times. I think people are choosing other things aside from Amazon. I think they are choosing other options. Amazon's still making their money, but not like they used to.
I rail against them, but I buy like I need a new pen. I better get it from Amazon.
A new pen.
I got a hat the other day that was $7 overnight. There it is.
I was thinking.
I have not been perfect.
I know.
I've purchased from Amazon still.
We're way late, but I was thinking. I was thinking the other day. For people, I've always lived in suburbs or cities. Like if you live, I haven't always. I've lived in rural areas. But is it possible that like if you that somebody buys a toothbrush and it's driven out to the middle of the country and they just drop off a toothbrush?
One little toothbrush.
Alex Williams says 285 East is a no-go zone near the airport.
An absolute parking lot. The parking lot is what I'm seeing here, Eric. 285 eastbound. Red alert continues on the south side perimeter. Past Jonesboro Road, exit 55, and the heavy brake lights stretch all the way back through the airport tunnels towards Riverdale Road as they try to clean up this overturned vehicle crash. They got it mostly off to the right now. They're just cleaning up the debris, so hopefully we'll get some lanes open soon. If you're coming up from the southern suburbs, take 675 north as an alternate. You can also use I-20 eastbound to skirt your way through downtown. How's that looking as an alternate, Kobe Dawkins?
Well, 20 eastbound looks pretty good. Rides become a little slow from Lowry Boulevard through the downtown connector, I-75-85, and then delays start to clear as you pass Boulevard. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Topical. Basically, the text of the email reads like this.
Local.
Someone bought a car with my credit, and someone tried to file a tax return.
Mark Aram.
I'm a simple man with simple needs.
Tomorrow at 9 a.m.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
When you own a business, it feels like everything's on you. Orders, deliveries, employees, on you. That's why Comcast Business is giving you a year of mobile on us with your internet service.
Really?
Yep. We'll cover your first line of mobile for 1 year. So calling customers, getting directions, texting Janine and shipping, on us. The broken coffee maker? That one's still on you, which means you'll save hundreds for your business and get the fastest mobile service with 5G cellular and Wi-Fi hotspots on us. But hurry, this deal won't last long. Get a mobile plan and free up the budget to maybe, I don't know, fix that coffee maker? Get mobile on us for 1 year, you guessed it, on us. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 9/22/25. Restrictions apply. New mobile customers only with internet standard service or above. Limited to value of one unlimited interline apply via 12 monthly internet bill credits. One discount per account. Fastest mobile based on mobile Wi-Fi and cellular data in service areas. Ookla Speed Test Intelligence 2H24.
Belinda Skelton here for Atlanta Vision Institute, and I have Stephanie with me. She's a patient of Dr. Ashraf, and Stephanie recently had the laser optics procedure. Stephanie, why did you have the laser optics procedure?
I wanted to be able to not ever use reading glasses again because I got tired of pulling my phone out of my purse when I forgot them to blow things up, and I just wanted to see.
And how was life after laser optics procedure at Atlanta Vision Institute?
Incredible. I could read the bottom of a nail polish bottle. I don't need my readers, never used them since I've had my laser optics procedure. It's been amazing.
What would you say to people who are on the fence about having the procedure?
Do you want to see?
That says it all, folks. Folks, if you want to see like Stephanie, go to 2020atlanta.com. That's 2020atlanta.com.
Remodeling your home's exterior requires expertise, experience, and attention to detail. That's what I built my business on. Hi, I'm Scott Nelson, owner of Nelson Exteriors. I'm the siding and windows expert you hear on the Home Fix-It Show with decades of experience for all things exterior. Windows, siding, painting, roofing, decks, doors, and gutters, all with unmatched quality and craftsmanship. Even the small details are a big deal to us. Get your free estimate, Google Nelson Exteriors.
This is the Duke's Country Song. It's a song about Duke's Mayo. Says here it's got twang. That sounds good. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
Hi, this is Mark Spain. The guaranteed offer for Mark Spain Real Estate's the easiest way to sell your home. Skip the hassle of costly repairs and sell your home stress-free. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Greg is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up, like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
All right, we spoke for way too long in that last break. We have almost no time. And we'll get off the private equity group thing, but since we only have less than a minute, you had a few facts there for us.
This is regarding the scale of PE investment in restaurants. Between 2014 and 2024, private equity firms invested $94.5 billion into the industry, and more than 70 chain restaurant brands are owned by private equity firms.
And you wonder, how come it's not like it used to be? How come nobody used to be so... Yeah, well, that's the reason
Break
why.
the chains. That's my new platform.
Yeah,
the autumn revolution.
It's not going to work. It's not
Hey,
going to work.
you know what? When
not gonna work.
somebody once said something wasn't going to work, and then they persevered and they became important.
That is true. Somebody did once do that.
Yeah.
Hey, with Anthony Richardson out of the league, we have a new AR, and that's Autumn Fisher.
What's
the Autumn
AR?
Revolution.
Of the Autumn Revolution.
The AR.
Oh, yeah.
He says you're replacing Anthony Richardson.
Who's that?
He's the guy who is supposed to be the hotshot quarterback for the Colts, but but now Daniel Jones, they've kind of given up on him, right?
I don't like the sports analogy.
What
but
does CC say about this? I got to talk to him about this. I think it means that they're just saying, they're throwing their hands up and saying, we wasted a number 4 pick a couple of years ago. Alex Williams has better news on 285 on the south side.
Yes, sir. Lanes are opening as we speak. 285 eastbound, the outer loop, Jonesboro Road, exit 55, just east of that exit there. They have just released those lanes. Everything is off to the right. It's going to take a while for those brake lights on 285 eastbound to improve around the airport, though, leaving Riverdale Road. You're also seeing north side outer loop delays on 285 west from Dunwoody, passing Roswell Road and Sandy Springs, and bunching up again right around I-75 in Truist Park. How's 285 east and south, the inner loop into Cab, Kobe Dawkins?
Well, it's slow. 285 east to south, starting at Georgia 400, getting all the way to the Stone Mountain Freeway, Highway 78. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
This is Scott Slade, and nothing takes the place of time when it comes to spotting problems with your health, especially cancer. The earlier, the better. That's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging's LDCT core body scan can be invaluable, giving you more time for you and your loved ones to take charge of your health. They can detect tumors as early as precancerous virtually anywhere in your body, and aneurysms you may not even know are there. Due to overwhelming demand for a limited time, their $995 core body scan offer has been extended. It's a $2,495 value. Early detection saves lives, and now it's more affordable than ever. Virtual Imaging has gotten such great response to this offer that they've opened up more times in both offices, but appointments will fill up fast, so don't wait. Some minimum requirements may apply. Early detection is your best protection. To schedule your virtual imaging $995 core body scan, call 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-SCAN. Or make an appointment by visiting their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
The Lloyd Advisory Group has a question for you. Is your retirement inflation-proof? Here's what we mean. In retirement, chances are you're on a fixed income with unpredictable expenses. So how do you not run out of money when the cost of just about everything continues to go up? you inflation-proof it. Financial advisor Mark Lloyd and the team at Lloyd Advisory Group can show you ways to help fight inflation so it doesn't outpace your income. Call us today at 770-766-5611. Inflation can take a huge chunk out of your retirement savings, but it doesn't have to. With some simple planning, inflation can go from being a major disruption to a minor annoyance. Call Mark Lloyd and the team at Lloyd Advisory Group now to start inflation-proofing your retirement today. 770-766-5611. That's 770-766-5611. Insurance products and services are offered through the Lloyd Advisory Group. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal.
Skip the hassle of constantly cleaning and costly repairs and sell your home completely stress-free with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Sean Hannity here. Now's a great time to sell your home in Atlanta as home values have continued to rise and your home may be worth more than you even realize. With the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can receive the strongest cash offer in the industry and close within days. Find out what the guaranteed offer would be on your home. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com and you can start packing.
Congratulations to our friends at Cars for Kids on 30 amazing years of charity excellence, helping over 100,000 kids nationwide. Donate your unused car today at carsforkids.org and join over 1 million proud donors. That's Cars with a K.
When you get hurt on the job, workers' comp should cover lost wages, medical bills, rehabilitation therapy, and more. But the system doesn't make it easy.
Get the strong arm. Call attorney John Foy and Associates.
It pays to know what you're entitled to.
Well, they said it was fixed, but was it? When TE Certified Electrical Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling say it's fixed, it's really fixed. That's part of how they love your home. Hey, it's Chris Chandler, and these are the folks I trust in my home because of their attention to detail, expertise, and a job done right the first time. And to back it up, TE Certified offers a lifetime workmanship warranty.
TE Certified, we love your home.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 5 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by QC Kinetics. Our top local story following the attack on the CDC in Atlanta. Hundreds of current and former concerned CDC workers send a letter to the nation's health secretary. Here's a report all new at 5 o'clock.
The letter demands that Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. address the misinformation that they believe motivated the August 8th attack. Among those signing publicly is former CDC employee John Hall.
There needs to be recognition that this attack wasn't random.
An HHS spokesperson says Secretary Kennedy stands with CDC employees and that, quote, any attempt to conflate widely supported public health reforms with the violence of a suicidal mass shooter is an attempt to politicize a tragedy. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
90 degrees in Atlanta. Do storms pop up tonight? A cooler trend is on the way. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. Renovations are coming to the troubled Fulton County Jail after a vote today by the county commission, but it is not unanimous.
The $1.1 billion plan for a new Fulton County special purpose facility plus jail renovations passes with 4 yeas, 1 nay, 1 abstention, and lots of talk about the money. Commissioner Bob Ellis says this looks fiscally responsible.
Puts us in a position to hopefully hold the millage rate flat while also not so financially exhausting us that we're not going to have the ability to do the other things we desire to do.
Commissioner Mo Ivory, the lone no vote, is eager to see more detail.
If I was going to vote on something for $1 billion of taxpayer money, I would need to see more than one sheet about it.
Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
A new crime-fighting tool is coming to Chamblee. Police Chief Michael Dieppe says their real-time crime center will utilize technology like flock cameras to monitor key areas, and he says they'll be able to be better connected with surrounding communities.
If a crime happens in Chamblee and the offender flees into another city or even into another county, if they have a network that we're compatible with, we would continue to be able to use their cameras to track our offender.
Construction begins today, and the center should be finished around Thanksgiving. Atlanta-based Delta Airlines is part of a lawsuit over window seats without windows.
Delta and United Airlines are being sued for allegedly charging extra for seats with windows. Then passengers show up only to find there's no window next to them. The suits argue the rows are usually missing windows because of essential systems like air conditioning, but they aren't marked as such when buying a ticket. They argue other airlines, including American and Alaskan, indicate if the flyer's choosing a row with no window. The plaintiffs are seeking millions of dollars in damages on behalf of impacted passengers across the country. Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
A former Georgia Police Academy Division director pleads guilty to molesting a child. Samuel Ray Ham enters the guilty pleas in Walton County on 4 counts of child molestation, 3 counts of sexual battery, and 1 count of grooming a minor for sexual offense. He's sentenced to 20 years in prison without parole, followed by life on probation. Ham was accused of touching a girl who was under the age of 16 in an inappropriate and sexual manner. Getting the courts to unseal the grand jury evidence in the Jeffrey Epstein case proves difficult for the Trump administration. Correspondent Stephen Portnoy reports on the latest rejection.
It's now the 3rd time a request to unseal the grand jury records has been turned down by a federal court, describing the transcripts of law enforcement testimony as merely a hearsay snippet of Jeffrey Epstein's alleged conduct. New York-based federal judge Richard Berman called the Justice Department's ask a diversion from the breadth and scope of what's already in prosecutors' hands.
In the order, the judge notes the Justice Department is under a subpoena to start turning over all the Epstein files to House investigators by the end of the week. It's going to cost gamers more to buy PlayStation 5. Sony announces today prices for each model of the popular video game console will go up by $50 in the U.S. starting tomorrow. The standard PS5 model will now cost $550. The PS5 Pro will cost $750. It's now 5:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, Triple Team Traffic begins with Alex Williams.
All about the recovery now on the south side perimeter, Bill. That the crash has been moved off to the right, 285 eastbound, the outer loop past Jonesboro Road, exit 55. The ride is bumper to bumper back to I-85 by the airport, so just hang in there as these delays try to improve. Elsewhere, if you're traveling 85 northbound out of DeKalb and Gwinnett, brake lights find you in Chamblee from Shallowford Road. Take that up into Norcross toward Jimmy Carter Boulevard. Then you slow again towards Swanee out of Duluth from Sugarloaf Parkway, 400 northbound. Toughest part of that ride is in Sandy Springs from I-285 up to the North Springs MARTA station. New trouble on I-75 in Marietta, Kobe Dawkins.
It's 75 northbound before North Marietta Park. We exit 265. Stalled Big Rig blocks the center lane, adding to the delays back to Windy Hill Road. And then you break free from delays getting into Acworth to Highway 92. Looking at 575 northbound, you're sluggish leaving I-75 getting into Woodstock. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official air conditioning of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly cloudy skies this evening, sunset around 8:20. Temperatures still in the low 80s at that time. Tracking some of these thunderstorms developing after sundown. They will continue through the midnight hour and then fizzling out overnight into early tomorrow morning with lows in the low 70s. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy with more scattered pop-up storms in the afternoon, high 90. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, cloudy skies and a little on the cooler side with daytime highs in the low to mid-80s. Widespread rain showers and thunderstorms throughout the weekend.
We've got some rain now on Storm Tracker radar in southern Bartow County. Also some rain in Carroll County at this hour. It's 94 in Brookhaven, 91 in College Park, 89 in Swanee. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. Hold on just 1 second there, George. I believe that there is another open micer. I don't know why I allow this. I don't have to. But there's people out there who constantly decide to disagree with yours truly. But I'm in a good mood, so let it happen.
Eric, stop
Yeah.
being a hater of the Sphere. Yes, it's not a concert experience, but it's an awesome visual show along with some amazing music. You know, if David Byrne was booked there, you'd have a ticket.
Oh. All right. First of all, I don't know that because it would probably cost me $90,000 to see it.
That's a good point.
He does have. Have you heard his latest single? It's quite good. Got an album coming out. Listen,
It's going to be at the Sphere.
I was saying, I'm not saying that if you're there, you might see a great show. What I'm saying is, as a business model, it doesn't work. There aren't enough bands or performers who can fill up a 16,000 seater for a month. There's only a handful of people that can do that. There's a lot of great bands and a lot of great performers, but you can't fill out. They might be able to come to a city and fill out a 16,000 seater, but that's a residency. So you got most people that are going to be going, got to get on a plane. It's a whole thing. You got a hotel. You can't, yes. Can U2 do it? Yes. Can the Eagles do it? Yes. Can the Dead do it? Yes. Can Fish do it? But they only did it for a week at a time.
Right.
Also, you have to have the wherewithal to come up with all the stuff to put on the video walls as a band. And you don't want to look like the last group. I guarantee you there's some kind of company that came up with some generic stuff that the bands that can't afford to put the video wall up. And if you go to a couple shows, it's like when you go to a show and the lights are doing that thing like making stars on the stage. It's like the most generic thing.
Yeah.
You go, oh, I guess Elvis Costello has nothing to do with his light show. It's not like he's trying. That's just like the most generic thing that happens.
John Summit did a really good job with the backdrop of the Sphere, and also Backstreet Boys did a really good job.
Yeah, okay, but
backdrop,
Backstreet Boys, how many shows could they fill it up?
I think they did 10. How about the Baja Men?
Right, but I mean, U2 did 2 months, but that's what? That's 40 years of equity. And a group of people who are getting really old, have a lot of disposable income, and can do this. It's a unique situation. Same thing with the Eagles. And then you've got the Dead and Fish. You just have a following that's going to, especially if it's a special event.
I think Dead Mouse is doing 5 there next month.
5.
Too.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you get 5. And then the place lays dormant for, I don't know, what are you going to go in there and watch some kind of, I'm sure they have like wildlife films or something.
Yeah, they should do like
They do.
What is that? The planetarium stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that
would be
cool.
really great.
Okay, but you're still not going to put 16,000 people a night in there for that. How many seats are the best planetarium you've ever been in?
40.
I
more
think
than that.
hundreds, a couple hundred. But yeah, so to make my point before this, George, how much did the Sphere lose
For
last
the
year?
fiscal year ending June 30th, 2025, the company reported an operating loss of approximately $319.1 million.
Okay. And they're doing so that's a couple years.
That doesn't seem very doable.
Yeah, that's well, the idea seems so cool at first. People who are in Vegas all the time actually hate it now because they just consider it an eyesore. It's just a moving billboard that never stops kind of thing. But there was supposed to be one in London. There was going to be one in
Dubai, I believe.
Dubai. I think maybe New York City was going to do one because the guy who owns it is the guy who owns the Knicks in Madison Square Garden. But I think all of those have gone away. London almost, because it seems cool at first. Like, yeah, it'd be great to have this. But then if you just step back for 10 minutes, like, how are we going to fill this? It's like opening a Six Flags in Dawsonville. There's just not enough people to every day in the summer. You've got to open a Six Flags somewhere between two mids. You put them in a place where there's a customer base that's going to be able to come on a daily basis. This business model doesn't work.
They should just dim the lights. Save a little energy. Save a little money
Dim
on
the lights?
on their power bill.
I heard it's awful in Vegas if you get a hotel that's across from the.
You probably
from
can't
the
even
Sphere.
block it out.
Well, you can. Some people like to have the curtains open and look at Vegas, but they close them if it's just like that big eyeball rolling around. And then if you have mirrors in the room, if you're not looking out the window, you're not seeing that stupid eyeball emoji thing.
Smiley face.
That smiley face.
It throws
thing.
ads on there. Like I've seen a couple of companies that put their ads on there. Yeah.
Pepsi. That's just what I want to see.
By the way, they're building the second one in Abu Dhabi, not Dubai.
Okay, are they still going to do it?
They're going.
Yeah, because
they're
it's a
going
sovereign
forward.
wealth fund kind of thing where they can
the
just
sheik is definitely paying for it.
waste their money.
God, these things will be closed before I ever have a chance to go see something there.
I'm not a big fan of traveling. I'm not a big fan of. I like small residencies. So if there's a cool singer or something like that, and they're in your town, and say like, okay, every Wednesday for a month they're going to be at the same place and doing different things. I think that's cool. But when really huge bands do residencies and you have to fly there, it's a weird thing. Like Kevin Kinney told me, he went to see U2 there, and he mentioned there's just something cool about a band that you like coming to your town. It's a different energy. Like they're coming to our town, and but when they're doing a residency, they're like they're hanging out. They're getting bored after like 3 weeks, like playing cards. Like when you're on tour and then the whole thing is moving and they're coming to your tonight. They're going to be in our town. Boy, I hope the lead singer's not sick. I want a really good show. You know what I mean?
We're going to beat what Cleveland did yesterday.
Isn't it different when Beyonce comes to your city as opposed to like she's just going to sit in one city for 2 months and you come to her? I that's another part of it. I think the energy's not really there. Some of the best reviews have come from the Dead and Fish and bands like that who are used to changing their set list every night, things like that, which means if I'm a fan, I don't just go for one night. I can go for 2 nights and see 2 different shows.
I really thought that residencies were more for the tourists in Las Vegas so that you could have like a plethora of different things you want to see. Do you want to see, I don't know, the guy that sang anybody that's old that should be in Branson, Missouri.
The guy that guy with the white hair who won American Idol and everybody liked him for 2 minutes. That guy,
Donkashane guy.
What's
his name? I forget.
Tyler.
No, Donkashane.
Oh, Taylor Hicks.
No.
Taylor Hicks.
I'm thinking of Taylor Hicks. You're thinking of Wayne Newton.
Yes.
Wayne Newton.
In Vegas.
Yeah. Some people want to see Wayne Newton. Some people want to see like Britney was there.
Blue Man Group. Yeah, but the problem is people aren't going to Vegas because everything costs too much.
That's what I'm saying. Like the residency thing isn't for people
But
traveling
even
to Vegas
then,
to see
no,
them.
it is
really...
when you're talking about trying to put 16,000 butts and
Well, yeah,
16,000 seats for a
Sphere,
month.
yes.
I mean, you are, Wayne Newton was probably playing to a few hundred people, maybe a couple thousand. I mean, I don't know. Certainly not 16,000.
Well, that room that Elvis
God,
used to
I wish
play
I'd
in.
seen that.
The room Elvis
Is he
used-
still playing, Wayne Newton?
I don't know, but the Elvis room that wasn't very big either.
Of course, because it's every night.
Yeah.
They understand the economics of it, and they're selling drinks. They probably, the tickets probably weren't all that much because the real money was made on,
the booze.
The booze. Why do you think the, Sinatra and all those guys, what do they call the Rat Pack?
Yeah, they played like the Sands.
Yeah, but part of their whole thing was always having drinks and stuff. Why was that? Because they were, hey, let's all have a toast to whatever. They knew how to make the house money. You can't make the Sphere money. All you could do is
$7,000 a drink.
You could do maybe they'll only lose $318 million next year. You help them out.
That's a good idea. Just make the drinks cost more and more and more.
Yeah, I think that's what we need to do as a society is just raise the prices of everything. It seems to make life better, doesn't it?
It does. Makes me feel alive.
Alex Williams says it's a brake light battle through downtown.
And it's going to get even worse leaving Georgia 400. We just found a new crash. It's in the right lane, blocking the beginning of that 85 south ramp to I-75 north, exit number 85 there in Midtown. You already stacked in from Georgia 400. The Beaufort Spring connectors, a mess leaving Sidney Marcus Boulevard. Looking for new trouble in northwest Atlanta. 75 northbound's packing in, approaching Moores Mill Road, but the southbound ride jams in from 17th Street down toward I-20. Northbound delays Highway 166 up toward Peachtree Pine Street. We got our second trouble spot on I-75 in Marietta, Kobe Dawkins.
And it's a travel advisory, 75 northbound right near Delk Road, exit 261. Crash blocks 2 center lanes. You can avoid the delays by taking Highway 41 or the express lanes with the Peach Pass as alternates. And also some better news in Marietta, 75 northbound. Before North Marietta Parkway exit 265, earlier stalled big rig cleared off to the right, so those delays are starting to improve. And this report is sponsored by Blindster.com. Blindster.com is a family business making custom blinds, shades, and shutters. Give them a try and see why over 1 million windows have trusted Blindster. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
It pays to have the WSB radio app. Download it today and get ready for the Blitz.
No way! The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz. 5 chances every weekday to win $1,000.
I just won $1,000 from WSB.
The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz.
Begins Monday, August 25th.
I am so excited.
From 95.5 WSB.
Download the WSB radio app now.
I'm here with Chris Hoffman, the founder of Hoffman Financial Group and host of Money Unleashed. Chris, every week on the show, we offer folks something we call the Portfolio X-Ray. I was hoping you could walk us through that process and tell us why the information it uncovers is so powerful.
Yeah, so the reason we love doing the Portfolio X-Ray for you is we do that behind the scenes. Everybody's extremely busy. Nobody wants to waste time in traffic If you call in, we will ask you for some information via the phone. Once you've given us that information, we go to work and we put all the hours in developing the report. And I commit this to you. The Portfolio X-ray is eye-opening. At least 90+% of the time, we can find 2 or 3 golden nuggets in there that you were not aware of that we can either change in your current portfolio mix for you. It's called a 401k optimizer. Or if we manage the assets for you, we certainly can recommend how to diversify away from some of the troubling points that are exposed during the Portfolio X-ray. Once we've got that, then we'll have you in for your initial consultation. We will present the Portfolio X-ray to you and walk you through the high points of it. And that's a document that you get to take with you. It's like getting a financial physical. Mm-hmm. So how many of you avoided going to the doctor for the annual physical last year? You do the same thing with your financial life. You ignore it. You keep pumping money into your 401k. You hope that it's going well, and I can tell you that hope is not a good investment or financial planning strategy. You need to know. So if you want to know, call us.
The Portfolio X-ray is complimentary. Give Hoffman Financial Group a call to schedule yours today. 404-737-3858, 404-737-3858, or online at unleashyourmoney.com. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Hoffman Financial Group Incorporated, Georgia Insurance License number 163546.
Attention men, does ED and PE have you down? Well, great news. Choice Men's Health has the latest breakthrough treatments that can get you up and running. Meet the specialist who is dedicated to helping you perform better than ever in the bedroom.
Hi, I'm Dr. Katz, Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Our custom treatment plans have a 98% success rate at improving ED and PE on your very first visit, even if Viagra and Cialis have failed. Regardless of your age and medical history, we are here and dedicated to help you regain your love life.
Don't wait. Call Choice Men's Health now. We are so confident we can help. For a limited time, we're offering to cover your first treatment for free. Call 404-400-1170. Call now to claim your free treatment. 404-400-1170. Results guaranteed on your first visit or it's free. 404-400-1170. Choice Men's Health, the only choice for your health.
Hey Atlanta, it's Jonathan Geller at D. Geller & Son Jewelers. You know, my dad was on the air with WSB before I was born, and in all that time on talk radio, a couple of things have stayed true. It's a little hard to know who to trust, and things stay pretty unstable. Here's what's always been true. You can trust D. Geller & Son. 3 generations of Atlanta shoppers have. We've had Atlanta's best quality jewelry at the best value since 1939. The whole month of August, get 0% APR financing for 60 months on your next jewelry purchase at D. Geller & Son in Kennesaw, Sandy Springs, and online at dgeller.com.
I don't know how we got on the subject off air. We're talking about Elvis movies. Some of them are just completely unwatchable. Some of them are decent. Like Kid Creole, Jailhouse Rock's decent. The first one was a Western, strangely enough. Love Me Tender. But then he gets on this, like, Kissing Cousins. Like, this movie is...
I'll do anything, just give me a check.
I mean, it's just
Harem
like...
Scarum.
Oh, I've never seen that. So
you can't do a movie like that.
Kissing. No. I don't even want to know. We'll get canceled if you explain the movie, probably. In Kissing Cousins, though, you know what always when you watch these movies that are done on, you're supposed to be outside, but you're actually inside of a warehouse or something. But when you add a military element, like people are driving Jeeps around on a soundstage, it just looks so obviously weird. Kissing Cousins has that because it's like, I don't know, I can't remember the plot. Like he's in the military and they're like in the hills of Tennessee or something because the military's they're like doing not war games or something like that. And he falls for some hot hillbilly.
Oh, and her daddy won't let her go.
Yeah,
I know that one.
But it's full of like people driving military equipment on a soundstage.
Have you heard of this one? Easy Come, Easy Go from 1967?
No.
Elvis is a Navy frogman searching for sunken treasure. Never heard of that until just now.
I've never heard of that. And my mother had
I'm a Navy frogman looking for treasure deep in the ocean. Ribbit. I got gills and a big old thing when I breathe.
I've never heard of that movie. And my mother had not one but 2 what do you call it? Black. What's the poster?
Oh, the Black Velvet.
Black Velvet.
Yeah,
Elvis's. Yeah.
Now let me tell you this real quick.
We were in deep.
Harem Scarum. Elvis
Am I
plays.
gonna get in
No,
trouble?
you won't. Elvis plays an American movie star who gets wrapped up in a Middle Eastern assassination plot.
Man, they should
Hey,
do
man.
stuff like that now.
Hey man, it's
Are you in Hamas? Are you going to get you now?
Just like quick money grabs with some musician,
yeah. What you could have
Taylor Swift in like
Harem Scarum.
beach
No.
blanket bingo.
No.
Well, a lot of people.
Taylor
think that.
Swift. Taylor Swift should be the next Bond, don't you?
Yeah. Oh, hands down.
Why not? Do we know who the next Bond's going to be yet? Has anybody
We do
talked
not.
about?
It's going to be a 43-year-old perimenopausal woman.
I hope so. That's what I'm hoping for. Well, we got that director of Dune is going to be the director. So
That'll be good.
I heard
Hopefully.
Tom Holland is in the lead.
See, I don't know his stuff.
Isn't
very
he
much.
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man,
He's
yeah.
a little too skinny.
I
to
think
be
so
Bond.
too.
Hey,
Is he English?
Too much of a goofball.
You got to be
He
English.
is British.
You got to be.
I think.
You got to be from a part either England itself proper or Scotland or Wales. If you
Yes,
want
he
to.
is from the UK.
Okay.
What about Northern Ireland?
No. Not allowed. They're Irish. No, you're not. You're English. I guess you could technically have been
That's what I'm
born there, but I don't think it's happened yet. This is what I know about the director of Dune. What is Denis Villeneuve? Denis Villeneuve. Villeneuve.
Hey.
I've seen a lot of his movies. He's got some great movies. There's one. God, I can't remember the name of it. It's so cool. They don't talk about it, but it's kind of based on a novel by Dostoevsky called
Dune 2?
called The Double. And it's I don't know if they I don't even know if they acknowledge it, but it's a great movie. I can't remember what it's called. But this is what I know about his movies, having seen enough of it. I can guarantee you that the next Bond movie, directed by Denis Villeneuve, will be very yellow looking. His movies always are very, very. He loves the color. He loves the palette yellow. So that's.
I want to see Bond riding a yellow worm. That's what I want to see.
No, I get. They'll pick an adventure that will happen in the desert.
Yes.
Or,
yes.
but even I've seen stuff in cities, and it's all he mutes it down, and it becomes like yellow.
Sicario was super yellow.
Sicario. Oh, what a great
yeah.
movie. So, what did you look at his movies to try to figure
I'm
out?
thinking maybe the one you're talking about is Incendies or Enemy, Prisoners, Arrival, Dune 2, Polytechnic.
So this guy, and it's a famous actor. And I can't think of his name right now.
This is like me trying to remember stuff. I can't.
Well, I haven't seen it in a long time, but it's a really good movie. So basically, it's the story. It's the Dostoevsky came up with this first, where you just kind of go to all of a sudden you see somebody who is your doppelganger, and it starts messing with your life. And there's it's been a while since I've seen it, but it's very, very good. Really good movie. He's a good filmmaker when he puts his mind to it. Dune 2 didn't do it for me.
Yeah, Dune 2's a little slow.
I didn't. I mean, George told me it
you're
was
talking about
great.
Enemy.
Is that Enemy? Who's the actor? Just tell me.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yes, that's it. Really, really good movie. And if you watch it and don't like it, then you're not as smart as me. That's what it comes down to. Obviously, you have no taste. George went and saw Nashville on my advice.
I
a
did.
few weeks ago.
I saw Weapons this weekend.
How
It
was
good.
Weapons?
I liked it.
You want to give us your review when we come back?
Sure.
There's a tease for you. Alex Williams says there's a crash on 75 in Marietta.
And thanks to the help of Cobb Police, they just got it to the right shoulder. Was in two center lanes, 75 northbound, just before Delk Road, exit 261. All lanes back open there. Then inside the perimeter, we had a crash on 75 and northbound before Moores Mill Road, exit 254. That was in a second left lane. Police were able to escort that to the right shoulder, but you're still slow out of Midtown. And still watching that crash is blocking the beginning of the I-85 southbound ramp in Midtown to I-75 northbound, exit number 85. What is the story on I-85 getting toward Gwinnett County, Kobe Dawkins?
Well, 85 northbound is slow, starting before Shamley Tucker Road, getting to Steve Reynolds Boulevard. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any system, make, or model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Hey, y'all, it's Belinda Skelton for Four Seasons Home Care. As many of you know, I lost both my parents recently, but I'm so thankful they were able to finish their lives at home where they wanted to be. And Four Seasons Home Care was so helpful to my family throughout the process. I get emails from listeners all the time and why I trusted Four Seasons Home Care. They tell me I don't want just anyone to care for my parents. Well, of course you don't. So here's why I work with Four Seasons Home Care. This is a real family-owned company. They vet and hire every single one of their caregiving specialists, and they don't farm out the care to contractors, and they're not some national corporation. So here's my advice, folks. Call Four Seasons Home Care and just start the conversation. Do your homework. This is a huge decision. It's a 100% free call that can change everything. Google Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta. That's Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta.
You know how many times people call me to fix their garage door so they could sell their house? For years, they put up with the squeaking and the jamming, or they don't even use it because they lost the remote. Then when it comes time to sell, they fix it up nice for the next guy. For the exact same money, you could fix it up now and enjoy it yourself while you still live there. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. An expert repair, replacement remote, or garage door tune-up will give you years of trouble-free service. Works great for you, works great for the next guy when you decide to sell. Because you deserve to live in a house as nice as the real estate ad you're going to write about it. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and maybe enjoy your garage door so much you decide not to move. Think of the money that'll save.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
You worked hard for your 401k, but if you've left your job, your money might be sitting in the wrong hands. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and it's very possible that the 401k that you have had for years has hidden fees and limited investment choices. But if you're no longer with the company, that 401k may be at the mercy of your former employer. All of these things could be costing you thousands. Rolling over your 401k into an IRA can provide better investment options that align with your long-term goals. At Trajan Wealth, we're fiduciary advisors that are held to a higher standard with no hidden agenda and no hidden fees. Don't let your retirement dollars sit in an old plan, and don't roll it over to your new plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. Call 404-390-4000. That's 404-390-4000.
Advisory services are offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Overhead Door Company of Atlanta. Our top local story, a $1 billion plan to rescue the troubled Fulton County Jail is approved today by county commissioners. It involves building a special purpose facility for medical, mental, and housing needs before renovations at the Rice Street Jail. Commissioner Mo Ivory votes against the plan with questions about money.
We're getting into a decade-long project, right?
Yes,
and
ma'am.
we've got to get it right from the start.
Commissioner Bob Ellis supports the plan.
We ultimately also have to think about, what resources we have to do all of this stuff, not just jail facilities, but everything that we do, right? And I think this is a very fiscally responsible approach.
The renovation of the jail would start upon completion of the new facility, which would take 5 years. It is now 90 degrees in Atlanta. What are the storm chances tonight and into tomorrow? How much cooler in the days ahead? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. All new this half hour, officers fan out across southwest Atlanta in a neighborhood looking to solve a 7-year-old murder.
APD officers pass out flyers around Verbena Street looking to get information on whomever shot Deontay Wallace back in July of 2018. Authorities say the 30-year-old father of 2 was robbed and shot, and Deontay's dad, Victor, says there are people in the neighborhood who have told him they saw what happened.
The thing that you hear around here is, I don't want to get involved. Never heard such a thing in my life. But it's multiple people saw it,
and still saying that they don't want to get involved. They have to live around him.
There's a $5,000 reward for information leading to an arrest in this case. Michelle Wright, 95.5 WSB.
Following this month's shooting at the CDC, hundreds of CDC workers and former workers send a letter to Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Among those signing publicly is former CDC employee John Hall, who says misinformation motivated the attack.
It wasn't random. It is compounded from disinformation directed at CDC.
But a spokesperson for the secretary says Kennedy stands with CDC employees, and any attempt to mistake widely supported public health reforms with the violence of a suicidal mass shooter is an attempt to politicize a tragedy. A Metro Atlanta pastor is claiming victory after the resignation of Target's longtime CEO.
On word that Target CEO Brian Cornell is out, New Birth Missionary Baptist Church pastor Jamal Bryant says he knew his nationwide call for a boycott on the chain would work.
Target is really going to have to come to grips of what has been the impact of this boycott.
The boycott aimed at getting Target to bring back diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, but there's debate on what actually caused Target's profit slump, with analysts saying it began when inflation spiked 4 years ago. And new CEO Michael Fidelki does not mention DEI in his priority list. Steve Summers, 95.5 WSB.
The Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office is now using a specialized canine to stop human trafficking and child exploitation.
Dee is a black Labrador with the title Electronic Storage Detection Canine. The Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office says Dee can detect storage devices that may contain child sexual abuse materials. Assistant Chief Austin Godfrey says the canine will help protect the most vulnerable populations with a focus on crimes against children. Her work extends beyond Gwinnett's Trafficking and Child Exploitation Unit, providing crucial support in criminal investigations throughout the Metro Atlanta area. Cheryl Castro, 95.5 WSB.
There are mandatory evacuation orders for some of North Carolina's barrier islands, even though Hurricane Erin is expected to remain offshore. This man and his family are riding out the storm at a vacation rental in Kill Devil Hills.
We're all hoping and praying for the best.
We decided to keep our vacation and keep it going.
Erin is generating rough surf and bringing the threat of rip currents from Florida all the way up to Maine. McDonald's is planning to slash combo meal prices. The Wall Street Journal reports 8 of the chain's popular combo meals are expected to cost 15% less than if the items were bought separately. The price change will take effect next month. It is now 5:34, and this news is sponsored by John Foy and Associates. Time for live team coverage of traffic and weather, and Triple Team Traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Sounding a new travel advisory on the south side perimeter, Bill. Got a crash in 3 right lanes. 285 eastbound, the outer loop past Riverdale Road, exit number 60, and that is adding to what's already been a slow ride back toward I-85 and Old National Highway. If you can work your way down to Godby Road, take that over to Forest Parkway. It'll get you over to 75 in Clayton County as a good way around that. 285 eastbound, the inner loop on the north side slows from Georgia 400 for the ride through Dunwoody. You stack up again, leaving I-85 in Tucker for the ride down to the Stone Mountain Freeway, with 285 westbound outer loop delays on the north side from Ashford Dunwoody Road, passing I-75 and Truist Park. It's a slow ride as well through downtown Kobe Dawkins.
And that's correct. 7585 northbound, seeing the brake lights pack in just before Langford Parkway, stretching all the way to 17th Street, and southbound rides very slow as well, starting well before the downtown merge, getting to I-20. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly cloudy skies this evening, sunset around 8:20, temperatures still in the low 80s at that time. Tracking some of these thunderstorms developing after sundown, they will continue through the midnight hour and then fizzling out overnight into early tomorrow morning with lows in the low 70s. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy with more scattered pop-up storms in the afternoon, high 90. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, cloudy skies and a little on the cooler side with daytime highs in the low to mid 80s. Widespread rain showers and thunderstorms throughout the weekend.
Storm tracker radar showing some spotty rain showers right now. A shower straddling the DeKalb-Gwinnett County line. Also some rain in North Forsyth County at this hour. 91 in Beaufort, 91 in Ackworth, 92 in Union City. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
The wreck was bad, but dealing with insurance can be even worse. Hey, it's Smiler Mark McKay for John Foy and Associates, the strong arm. When it comes to traffic accidents, I've seen it all, and nothing surprises me. But when it comes to how insurance companies treat accident victims, I'm shocked. If you've been injured, don't try to take on the insurance companies alone. You need an experienced, winning team. You need the strong arm to fight for you. Pay nothing up front and get your free case evaluation at johnfoy.com.
Just because there are so many window choices doesn't mean they're all good choices.
All windows are not created equal.
It's Ted and Jonathan from North Georgia Replacement Windows. And vinyl composite windows? They're a thing of the past.
Infinity from Marvin fiberglass windows are beautiful, not big and bulky, and 8 times stronger than vinyl.
Experience the difference at your home or in our Alpharetta showroom.
Infinity from Marvin replacement windows, yeah!
Steel Horse Law has mastered riding our Georgia roads and the twists and turns of Georgia law.
This year marks the 90th anniversary of Social Security, a cornerstone of financial security in America. For 9 decades, it has kept hundreds of millions of Americans out of poverty and given families across the country peace of mind and dignity in retirement. That's why AARP will never stop fighting to protect the Social Security payments you've earned. Learn more at aarp.org/protect Social Security. That's aarp.org/protect Social Security. Paid for by AARP Georgia.
Trust is not just a word, it's an experience. When your home needs service, you can trust TE certified electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling. It's Chris Chandler. TE is the company I trust to fix any problem once and for all. Their 5-star customer experience means easy online scheduling, friendly technicians, and a lifetime workmanship warranty, so I can just sit back and relax.
TE certified, we love your home.
That's a ridiculous thing.
What I told you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
According to Tim Andrews, Bob Dylan was once obsessed with being on having his own sitcom.
Yes, you know Larry Charles is. He's a director, writer,
right.
Producer. He has a book out now called Comedy Samurai, and his cousin was Bob Dylan's manager, and he loved Dylan before that.
Right.
And they all got together, and Dylan seriously wanted to do a half-hour sitcom.
See, what I would have done, I would have gotten David Byrne.
What would he play, like the piece of furniture?
I would. Now, listen, he's got more. He can be expressive when he wants to be.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about this piece of furniture.
I would put David Byrne, Bob Dylan, the new Odd Couple.
Uh-huh. Well, which one's Felix? Obviously,
David Byrne.
Yeah.
David Byrne's the fastidious one, and Bob Dylan is.
I'm a sportsman. I'm a sportsman.
No, he's the messy musician.
Yeah.
Who's like just messes everything up.
I left some spaghetti in the
Well,
refrigerator.
I would like you to spend more time cleaning up after yourself.
Well, that's life during wartime, man.
For once in a lifetime, I would like to walk into a clean bathroom.
Is that?
Oh, Taylor Swift's at the door.
Oh my gosh, you guys! I just moved into the building. I'm so happy to meet you.
Wow, I didn't know this was only murders in the building.
You know what? It would work. Bob Dylan is the annoying neighbor.
Yeah.
Like if he could just come in,
Yes.
that would actually. If he just come in and
Like Kramer?
Or, you know what I think would be hilarious is if Bob Dylan is the neighbor and all that happens. So the show is just whatever the show is, and if it's successful and it's on the air for a couple of years, all Bob Dylan ever does is he either comes over and borrows something like lawn equipment or something like that, or he's returning something that he's borrowed.
Here's your scythe.
That's it. To me, that would be the hilarious thing. You're just waiting at some point, Bob Dylan's going to show up and ask if he can borrow the lawnmower. To me, that would be hilarious.
Can I borrow your lawnmower, man? Here's some guitar picks.
I always felt like, you hear those stories about Michael Jackson that, like, if you were just talking business with him on the phone, he's like, yeah, look, just get rid of the damn thing. Like, he had, like, this other voice. Liza Minnelli says this. So, like, if you're just dealing with him, he was just like, yeah, we'll be there in 5 minutes or something. Then he'd get on TV, he'd be like, oh, well, I don't know. And so I've always kind of imagined that Bob Dylan has this, like, erudite English, I don't know.
Well, let me check. I'll have to see about that.
What is he, like 85 now?
He's about to go on tour, or has been on tour.
He's been on tour.
He's been on tour since 1975.
He never stops.
He never stops.
Wow.
He never
So-
stops. I just want to repeat it too.
He
never stops.
What's that?
84.
He never stops.
84. I mean, Bob Dylan wants to die in a bus on the road. That's
So
like
the-
Willie Nelson, same way.
Yeah, Willie
I'm a
Nelson,
traveling
same thing.
minstrel.
This summer, he's been doing smaller towns.
Yeah,
right.
With Willie.
Oh, that's cool.
Willie
Willie's
and Waylon
94.
and the boys.
It's the Outlaw tour,
Well,
right?
that energy, my goodness gracious, Bob Dylan and Willie Nelson together.
Yeah.
That's 165 years of entertainment experience.
the Outlaw tour.
Now I'm going to
Yeah.
play I Contain Multitudes. Feel free to drive home and come back.
I remember the first time I saw Bob Dylan, and I was a huge fan.
Was he drunk?
It was that tour that G.E. Smith was
I
with
saw
him.
that tour. I hated that. It was
It was
because I didn't
terrible.
know any song.
Well, no. Here's what for me. First of all, I loved it. I'd never seen him before, and I have to say this: I've seen him be very good since. But this first time that I saw him, it was probably like 80.
It was 88.
88, yeah. And it was at an amphitheater, and it was, I mean, I'm going to use the term cats and dogs. It was raining cats and dogs. It was just like, and Jane and I were on the lawn at first, but there were some seats inside. Somebody sold us their seats or whatever. So we got underneath the shell. But this guy, he shows up. I don't know. Was he in his alcohol phase?
It
then or
was
something?
right before he quit, I think.
Yeah.
And
he was bored.
Yeah.
So he shows up and he goes on stage, and literally this is what I hear. He doesn't say hello. He never once in the entire show says anything to the people on the lawn who are enduring just a deluge. Just like not. He never speaks. And he only played for like 55 minutes. At this point, he had like 30 some odd albums, you know. And so he gets on stage, and it's just like, all I hear is this. It's really loud, electric, you know. I'm like, what the hell is it? I've never heard this. At the very end, I hear, Vandals, Handles. I'm like, what?
I had the same experience.
That was Subterranean.
Same experience as, and then finally I heard, I Rolling Stone.
Like, oh, that's the song
Yeah,
he's
okay.
singing. But
How many times have you seen him, Tim?
I've seen him several. The next time I saw him after that, though, was here at the old Fox Theater when it was in Buckhead.
Yeah.
Not Fox
No, you
Theater,
mean
the
Roxy.
Roxy.
Yeah.
He did 2 nights there, and you had to pay cash to buy tickets. It was an old school way of doing it.
Yeah.
The night before, Jimmy Carter, Rosalind, and Amy were there.
Right.
The night after, I got there early, and I was in the second row, and it was magical because it was after...
Oh, Mercy?
No, the one after that, the one Daniel Lanois.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're talking about like Love.
Not Dark Yet.
I know what you're talking about.
Wait, that one.
It had the Love's Terrible.
Lovesick.
Lovesick, yeah.
But he did that show was amazing, and you knew
No,
every
I've seen him
song.
be amazing afterward,
Yeah.
and I saw he was interviewed in the Rolling Stone that period of time. I think the next time I saw him was on Oh Mercy, and in the Rolling Stone he admitted that he had just completely lost his way live, and he didn't have any. And he didn't know how to get into it.
Mhm.
And then he told them, and then I figured it out. I figured out how to get into the songs again. And they asked him what it was, and he said he wouldn't tell them. But then he started being really good again. And I had an experience where I was equidistant from musical greatness because I saw Dylan at in Los Angeles.
Oh, the Ringo?
Yeah. So he goes, ladies and gentlemen, right up there, Mr. Ringo Starr. He was like in the front row of the balcony above us, and it was one of those places that had a floor and a
Yeah.
balcony, like that kind of place. And I was right in the middle of the floor, and I thought, wow, I'm equidistant between Bob Dylan and Ringo Starr right now.
Is that the one where he kept going?
Then I
Ringo.
walked out with Colin Hay. It was a
What?
great. It was a grand. Yeah, it was years
Did
later.
you see Drew Barrymore there also?
Yeah, no. And there's a few things that happened that night. One was I was walking back to my car with my buddy T. Sean going to the garage, and in front I was like, I think that's Colin Hay, the lead singer of Men at Work. It's like, but we didn't want to be, it's Los Angeles, you don't bother people, and I wasn't going to bother anybody.
You're going to go freak
And then
out.
Years later, he was on the Regular Guys show. And after the interview, I was like, hey, years ago, did you happen to go to see that? Oh, yeah. Well, I can't do an Australian accent. Yar.
Yar, I was there.
However they
Yar,
say it. I have no idea. But Jewel, it was just a week. He did a week. That was on that tour, the Love Sick, whatever. I can't remember the name of that album. Why? But it won the Album of the Year.
Yeah, I know.
It was a week at the El Rayo or something like that. And so it's a small place.
Time out of mind.
Time out of mind. So he did a week
El Rey.
at the El Rey, and he did a whole week. And the thing was, every night he had like these big openers, and one night was Beck, and one night was Merle Haggard, and I got Jewel because she was big. That song
Lucky.
was big at the time, and the place was packed. I was on the floor, and I realized then that it is possible to fall asleep while standing up. Because I did it.
Wow.
I did it that night. And I thought she was going to be good. Now, I don't know. Maybe she is usually good. But, I mean, when you're doing a short set and you're spending 5 minutes yodeling, That was not
Not your speed there?
That was not my speed. That was definitely, I'm like, I mean, last night was Beck. Tomorrow night's Merle Haggard. I get this. But I also got Ringo.
You have been on a tear on Jewel lately.
What? I'm sure she's a wonderful person. I have nothing against Jewel.
Canadian.
She's, well, you know, Trump. Don't like her. She's Canadian.
Get her out of the
Trump.
country.
Turns
Do
out
the
Jewel's
world.
Well,
That's a lot.
you know, she's very lovely, and she got that golden hair. you know.
I'm sure she's a wonderful person, and if she was here right now, I'll bet you we could laugh. And I feel like, but at that night, that particular
tooth.
night,
That tooth.
What
I
is
think
wrong
she got
with
that
the tooth?
fixed, didn't she?
I hope not.
No,
I thought it was
she's-
charming.
Yeah, she got that tooth.
Charming.
I think that she was
Absolutely
so
charming.
She was so good looking back then that little tooth thing almost made it better.
Made me think I could get her.
Not Canadian. Who decided? Who said she was good? Is that you, George?
Yes. I did.
Fake news.
That's his whole MAGA sense. She's like,
Utah.
I can smell a Canadian.
Raised in Alaska, so I'm sort of right.
Yeah, she has Alaskan roots.
Yeah. Canada and Alaska.
Practically Canada.
Yeah, I mean, it
What's
used to
the
be
diff?
Russia, but it's practically.
Well, when it's all part of the U.S., it won't matter.
That's right. So you can't even kick her out of the country because if you send her to Canada, pretty soon it's going to be the United States, right, Trump?
Absolutely.
Alex Williams says there's a travel advisory on 285 by the airport.
Been a rough afternoon on the south side perimeter, Eric, and that continues with this new crash, 285 eastbound, the outer loop past Riverdale Road, exit 60. 3 right lanes are blocked, and it is slow back to I-85. That's starting to slow 85 northbound coming up from Union City. Work your way over to Godby Road, which becomes Forest Parkway. You can use that as an alternate. Just found a new crash downtown in the second left lane, 75-85 northbound at University Avenue, exit 244. Brake lights continue past that for the ride up into Midtown with a very slow southbound ride, about 35 minutes out of Buckhead down to I-20. How is I-20, Kobe Dawkins?
Well, 20 westbound is sluggish, leaving I-25, getting to Lee Road, and then inside the perimeter, 20 eastbound, those rides begin to slow at MLK Junior Drive, getting into downtown. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Buying a new car? Need help fixing your current car? What's the safest car for a first-time buyer? The Car Guys have the answer. Join Shelley Winter and automotive expert Kevin Deutsch this and every Saturday at 12 for all your car needs. The Car Guys, presented by Butler Lexus of South Atlanta, Saturdays at noon on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Avoid the stress of listing your home on the market and sell your home fast for all cash with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. I've served homeowners like you for nearly 30 years and have helped over 67,000 satisfied clients. And I know what matters most, a quick sale and maximum profit. Trust the top real estate team in the U.S. and close with confidence. Find out what your guaranteed offer would be. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877 Cars for Kids.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? You know, I've had listeners, coworkers, friends come up and ask me, hey, Aram, what makes Advanced Hair Restoration different? Well, allow me to share, along with some details on, get this, their once-a-year summer savings event. First off, Advanced Hair stands by the results, and their before and afters are second to none. With Advanced Hair, your own natural hair guaranteed to grow. Secondly, Advanced Hair combines top-rated physicians with modern technology, creating a concierge-quality experience that's hard to find elsewhere. Finally, Advanced Hair's Advanced FUE begins regrowing your own natural hair the very next day. Quick, simple, and easy. Now, if you have a flexible schedule this summer and you've been waiting for the savings special opportunity, it's here, friends. Advanced Hair Summer Savings Event will get you the most hair for your dollar. It's their best offer ever. For details and to schedule your free consultation, call 770-660-HAIR. One-day treatment, life-changing results. Your new hair guaranteed to grow. 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
This is the Duke's Country Song. It's a song about Duke's Mayo. Says here it's got twang. That sounds good. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
Strange noises in your attic? Those critters are not leaving without a fight. The Breda Wildlife Guarantee keeps you protected at no additional cost.
Breda, Breda,
Breda Bucks.
Your deck is more than just a place to flip a burger or have a cup of coffee. It gathers your friends and family on all your favorite occasions and is there to enjoy every day. Hi, I'm Scott Nelson, owner of Nelson Exteriors, and we build beautiful, high-quality decks at a reasonable price. We're licensed and insured, provide exceptional customer service, design help, and we'll work with the materials you want. Strength, durability, beauty. Decks done differently. Built by Nelson Exteriors. Get your free estimate. Google Nelson Exteriors.
Greg is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up, like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
I'm looking at this in front of me. The temperature's 88.8.
Love it.
Too damn hot.
Yes.
Too hot.
I'm having to rock a jacket in the studio because you, Mr. Freeze over here,
Well,
you trying to freeze us all out.
Would you rather be out
Hey,
there?
Jared,
in the,
cool off.
The 88.8.
Everybody chill.
You know, it reminds me, 88.8. I used to tell this little story to my kids when they were little, that the 8 and the 88 were walking down the street, and the 8 got hungry. So the 8 ate the 88. That was the joke.
That's
They were
good.
like 4 years old. Come on.
I love you too.
I say Pete and Repeat were sitting on a fence. Pete fell off. Who was left?
Repeat.
Pete and Repeat were sitting on a fence.
But see, here's the difference. I made up my story.
Well, good
You
for you.
were just doing a cover.
Sometimes those are cool.
Yeah, I would do my own original stories to my kids. I didn't have to do cover stories. You're a cover band mom. That's what you are.
That's cool. I'm fine with that. Cover bands can rule.
What happened? What's going on in Henry County with the is it Stockbridge High?
It's Dutchtown High and I believe Stockbridge High, yes.
Okay, but it was at Stockbridge High. Now, this is one of those stories that's probably getting a little, like people are getting a little too upset, although it is rather dumb behavior in the middle of it. So
it's a pep rally.
Oh,
So
it's a
you
pep rally.
You go after your rival high school at a pep rally.
I know,
that's
but this is a little much, don't you think? I mean, and what I'm saying
What is
is,
it?
it's a little much. I'm going, oh, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, you're
So,
we're giving commentary.
You're trying
on what we're
well,
talking about.
Just hold on. Do you know what? What are you? What?
Wait.
She's you know.
She has to know.
What happened?
You're in the middle of the act with this one, and she's looking at her watch.
Yes.
You know, this is.
Yeah, can we wrap up this story so we can get out of here?
Autumn, that's an interesting observation.
I'm sure Dr. Joe has been there for hours waiting.
No, he's not on
here
today.
So
He's on
Greg,
tomorrow.
how do you feel now?
Strangely enough, we have Therapy Thursday, not Wellness Wednesday.
Oh, well, I'm listening.
So
the gist of the story is a pep rally at Stockbridge High School featured a mock funeral for rival Dutchtown High School, complete with a casket.
They had a casket. They had somebody, I don't know if it was a real clerical person or, well, I guess a cleric, you should
Clergy?
say. Not cleric. Well, you could be a cleric as well. It's like in the
Padre?
clergy. What?
Padre.
Yeah, a padre. They had somebody there. Now, here's the thing. It's a little over the top.
We're about to play football against
We're
each
about to play
other.
football against other teenagers, who none of which I would imagine are going to ever be in the NFL. So I get that they're maybe the complaints from their crosstown rivals. But this goes a little bit over the top.
It went viral on TikTok, and
It's
of
a
course,
little
the
over the
Dutchtown
top.
people were like, "We couldn't think of anything more
No,
creative."
see, I don't think that at all. You wonder about at Stockbridge, like as people are doing this, nobody's thinking, yeah, this might. Is it just because we do the news every day that we're super sensitive to the things that will blow up? I think
so.
Probably. It's probably that. Because to me, if I was there, I'd go, okay, you can do it, but it's going to, do you want a little controversy? Because that's what's going to come with
Hey,
it.
remember, Stockbridge High, you say that there's not a lot of pros there? Michael Harris went to Stockbridge High, the center fielder for the Braves.
And I'm assuming that the members of Collective Soul went there. I don't know. They're from Stockbridge, aren't they?
I'm going to look it up.
I don't know if they went to Stockbridge High. Alex Williams says it's a bumper-to-bumper ride on 285.
Yeah, that crash still working down by the airport, Eric. Only a few left lanes open, 285 eastbound. The outer loop past Riverdale Road, exit 60. That is starting to slow the ride on 285 south from Washington Road, as well as 85 north leaving Union City. Take Godby Road over to Forest Parkway as an alternate. Few trouble spots downtown, Kobe Dawkins.
Well, actually tracking a whole lot of better news on the downtown connector, 7585 northbound at University Ave, exit 244. Crash now off to the left, and then as you continue on to 17th Street, exit 251, we were just dealing with the crash. It's now on off to the left as well. You're still very slow leaving Midtown and downtown. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Hey friends, when was the last time you hopped out of bed without your knee or back screaming at you? Or walked down a flight of stairs without groaning, step by step? Let me guess, in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, it'll disappear, I'll tough it out, but nothing ever changes, does it? Hey, it's Mark Arum. Time to call and schedule that free consultation with the medical pros at QC Kinetics. There are thousands of patients who will tell you they wish they would have done it sooner. They turned around their lives with QC Kinetics regenerative treatments that work with your body to help restore and repair damaged joint tissue. Natural cellular therapies, no scalpels, no pills, just long-term relief with no dreaded recovery. Bring your x-rays and your MRIs to QC Kinetics for a free, no-pressure chat and a thorough evaluation to see if you're a good candidate. Worst case, you learn something new. Best case, you get your life back. Grab the phone right now. Give them a call. 770-285-8026. Ask about that free consultation. 770-285-8026.
You know how many times people call me to fix their garage door so they could sell their house? For years, they put up with the squeaking and the jamming, or they don't even use it because they lost the remote. Then when it comes time to sell, they fix it up nice for the next guy. For the exact same money, you could fix it up now and enjoy it yourself while you still live there. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. An expert repair, replacement remote, or garage door tune-up will give you years of trouble-free service. Works great for you, works great for the next guy when you decide to sell. Because you deserve to live in a house as nice as the real estate ad you're going to write about it. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and maybe enjoy your garage door so much you decide not to move. Think of the money that'll save.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Worried about market losses? If headlines are keeping you up at night, it's time to take control. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I know you've worked hard to save. But in times like these, what if can turn into what now? If you're planning to retire or are in retirement, you need a strategy that helps protect your future. At Trajan Wealth, you can capture market gains, protect your account from losses, and guarantee income for life. Right now, you could receive a bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. You heard me right. An upfront bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10%, all guaranteed to boost your lifetime income in retirement. Don't leave your future to chance. Plan with confidence. Call 404-390-4000. That's 404-390-4000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company, DBA, in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Our top local story, hundreds of current and former CDC employees demand action following the August 8th attack on CDC headquarters in Atlanta. They make their case in a letter to the health secretary.
The letter addressed to Congress and HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. calls on them to stop spreading disinformation that they believe motivated the gunman. Among those signing on to the letter is former CDC employee John Hall.
We've seen firsthand that rhetoric has consequences.
In a statement, an HHS spokesperson says Secretary Kennedy stands with CDC employees and that, quote, any attempt to conflate widely supported public health reforms with the violence of a suicidal mass shooter is an attempt to politicize a tragedy. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
90 degrees in Atlanta. What's the timing for storms tonight? And what about rain chances into the weekend? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. Fulton County moves ahead with plans to renovate its troubled Rice Street jail, but today's county commission vote is not unanimous.
4 yeas, 1 nay, and 1 abstention passed the $1.1 billion plan to construct a special purpose building next to the current jail, then renovate the original Rice Street facility. It would involve a sort of Jenga outsourcing and moving around of detainees during some phases of construction. Commissioner Dana Barrett abstained, noting nothing significant will be happening at the troubled Rice Street in the interim.
We're under a consent decree. We're in a very, very difficult situation right now, and the people in our jail and the employees who work there and all of that deserve better.
Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
Happening now, Cobb County Police on the scene of a second SWAT standoff today. It's at an apartment complex on Mableton Parkway near Temple Circle, where a man is barricaded inside. He's wanted for aggravated assault. A standoff earlier today on Vinings Retreat Pass ended after several hours with the suspect now in custody. The city of Chamblee goes high-tech to fight crime. Construction starts today on the city's new real-time crime center. Chief Michael Dieppe says they'll have eyes everywhere to monitor key areas.
The technology is a TV wall consisting of 12 55-inch TVs in a command center, 4 dispatch consoles that can be manned by up to 8 dispatch/operators.
The center will be partially paid for by a nearly $1.4 million community public safety grant. He says it'll make it easier to work with surrounding communities to fight crime. The center expected to open around Thanksgiving. A former Georgia Police Academy Division Director pleads guilty to molesting a child. Samuel Ray Ham enters the pleas in Walton County. He's sentenced to 20 years in prison without parole, followed by life on probation. Ham was accused of touching a girl who was under the age of 16 in an inappropriate and sexual manner. Atlanta-based Delta Airlines is sued over claims it was upselling window seats with no windows.
The plaintiffs want millions of dollars in damages on behalf of millions of flyers impacted by the alleged practice. The suits contend flyers have purchased window seats for an added fee, only to find their row has no window, just an empty wall. United Airlines is also named in the suits. They argue other major airlines, including American and Alaskan Airlines, clearly identify if there's no window in a selected row during the ticket buying process. Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
The winner of the Georgia Chamber's Coolest Thing Made in Georgia competition is the Lockheed Martin C-130J Super Hercules.
I think it represents the American manufacturing, excellence that we've demonstrated here in Georgia.
Lockheed's Roderick McLean says the plane built in Marietta is a tactical airplane trusted by 28 operators in 23 countries. A Metro Atlanta high school is ranked among the best in the country. The annual list from U.S. News and World Report puts Lawrenceville's Gwinnett School of Math, Science, and Technology at number 13. It's also ranked as the 11th best STEM school in the country. 98% of students participate in advanced placement courses, and the school has a 100% graduation rate. It's now 6:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, Triple Team Traffic starts with Alex Williams.
Not the day to be taking 285 around the airport, Bill. Travel advisory, only a left lane getting by this nasty crash. 285 eastbound, the outer loop past Riverdale Road, exit 60. That's slowing 285 southbound from Camp Creek Parkway and 85 northbound out of Union City. If you can, I would go ahead and work your way over to 75 North. Take that as an alternate. You have other alternates you can use. Highway 85, Highway 279, some ways to get around that. Once you get past that, I'm looking for new trouble. 285 eastbound, the outer loop at Flat Shoals, exit 48, slowing you from I-675. We got a big jam on I-85 up near Chateau Alon, Kobe Dawkins.
Yeah, 85 northbound before Highway 211, exit 126. Travel advisory, 2 left lanes are blocked, only 1 right lane is getting you by. You can avoid the delays by taking Highway 124 as an alternate. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official air conditioning of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly cloudy skies this evening, sunset around 8:20, temperatures still in the low 80s at that time. Tracking some of these thunderstorms developing after sundown. They will continue through the midnight hour and then fizzling out overnight into early tomorrow morning with lows in the low 70s. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy with more scattered pop-up storms in the afternoon, high 90. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, cloudy skies and a little on the cooler side with daytime highs in the low to mid 80s. Widespread rain showers and thunderstorms throughout the weekend.
Storm tracker radar getting more active. We're seeing some rain now on the northern end of Forsyth County. Also some rain in Cherokee and Bartow counties. Rain near South Fulton and in the Tucker area of DeKalb County. 93 in Smyrna, 84 in Loganville, 87 in Fayetteville. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
That's right, Caiaccio, 4 fingers high, because hour 4 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now.
He's trying to bust out of that news booth, that Bill Caiaccio.
I know, he really is. I'll tell you what, the news booth cannot contain Bill Caiaccio. Thank you. Hey, not for nothing, and I don't want to get into discussion about it, but apparently Atlanta is officially the number 3 best city in the U.S. for tree huggers. I have on the record as saying is I don't dislike trees, but we got a few too many in this city. I'd get rid of a few of them.
Hey, they provide good shade.
Oh, that's
cool
wonderful.
Things down
Yeah, and
for you.
some of
Doesn't
them
work.
provide the roots go out into. What is the deal in some side streets in Atlanta? The roots go out and they're actually breaking open the ground of the road itself.
You get mad at the ones over near Manuals on
Yeah,
North Ave.
those are the ones
That's
I
what
run
you get
into.
mad
I
about.
think
Is that DeKalb County or Fulton?
That's Fulton.
I think they finally fixed that one near Manuals, but it was ridiculous. I mean, the roots were coming up in the middle of the road.
That's part of the character, the charm that is Atlanta.
Yeah, well, there's
Chop 'em down.
A little too much charm. Speaking of charm, I believe Greg Russ is going to join us right here. Are you there? It'd be like in school. I'll say your name, and then you. Some people would say present, some would say here. It's your own. Greg Russ.
I'd always say here. Here.
Me too. I was a here guy. I was a
There
here
also
guy.
this. In first grade, they would ask us if we brought our own lunch or we were buying lunch. I guess just to make sure everyone was eating. But I was always bringing my lunch, and it got to the point where the teacher didn't even ask. She'd get to me, and I'd say here, and she'd say, I know you're bringing.
I know you're bringing. Did the other kids tend to have a variety? You know, like sometimes
I guess
bring,
so.
sometimes.
I just
Did you like that
remember
idea? Did you
feeling
like?
ashamed.
Yeah.
Like somehow that became a thing people made fun of me for because I brought my own
It was
lunch.
cooler to bring your own lunch. I always thought the kids who brought their lunch were cool and had rich parents.
Well, it depends on what kind of lunchbox you got. Your cool factor was based
Alf.
on whether you're.
Oh.
You had an Alf?
Yeah.
Were you an Alf guy?
I could look.
I didn't know that about you. You were an Alf kid. You liked Alf.
I don't even know if I like the show. I just like Alf.
You like
I had a Who Framed Roger Rabbit lunchbox.
You see, that was big, so that had to be like
I had a-
1985, right? 86.
Remember that
something?
show Emergency with Randolph Mantooth?
You had one of those?
Yes.
Randolph Mantooth.
What a name.
Great
Was he
name.
a porn star or a regular
Was
actor?
he the older guy or the
No,
younger
he was
guy?
the skinny guy with black hair.
Right, because the older guy showed up in some good movies in the 90s.
Matawan.
Yes, Matawan and a couple of by the same director. I can't remember the name. Guy's
And then he was
name.
in Lost.
Oh, was he in Lost?
Yeah.
Yeah, so whatever happened to Randolph Mantooth?
Oh, I think he's still kicking.
Is he still doing stuff?
I don't know.
Still toothing around.
You know, it's terrible, don't you think? Like if you're in a show that basically centers around 2 people, and then after the show's over, one of them goes on to have a great. This was the Tom Hanks thing, bosom buddies.
Yes.
The other guy, he still worked.
Rest in peace.
And rest in peace. And when Tom Hanks directed the only movie he ever directed, The Wonders, he did give him a job because he played like the Ed Sullivan guy.
Yeah.
I can't remember the other guy's name, but I mean, honestly. Yeah, 2 guys, it's like 1979 going into 1980. They're on a relatively hit. Bosom Buddies did pretty well. It was about both of those 2 actors. That show ends, and like, does the other guy have to go? Does his success have to shoot into outer space? Like within 4 years, Tom Hanks was winning Best Actor award at the Oscars 2 years in a row, and everybody had forgotten
Not
the
4
other.
years. He had to do Bachelor Party first.
No, he did. But before that, he immediately had the Ron Howard with the Mermaid movie. That was big.
Yeah.
And then
Splash.
Big. So Splash and Big.
Big was 88.
Yeah,
so
he did the Bachelor Party thing. But
Peter Scolari.
Peter Scolari, and he was very good. I believe that wasn't he in the Rick Moranis role in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the television show?
I think so. Or like a movie that Disney made or whatever.
He was really good, too. He was a very likable actor. Now, I know that it can happen by degrees, but man, Greg, I mean, come on. If the other guy just goes and becomes the most popular entertainer in the world for like 10 or 15 years, and you're still going on auditions, that's got to hurt. That's just got to hurt.
Hey, Randolph Mantooth was also on Adam 12. One Adam 12. He was one of the cops in the car.
Oh, yes, he was.
Yeah.
And, Emergency was kind of the same show.
Yeah. And they had that really pretty nurse, too.
Wow, you really remember these
Oh, I
things,
love that
don't
show.
you?
That's Tim's freakish memory, though. He remembers things like that.
Well, everybody remembers the first person they fell in love with. It sounds to me like. Greg, did you have a TV person you fell in love with?
Yeah, the woman who became Ben Stiller's wife from Hey Dude. She was on the
Hey
Nickelodeon
Dude.
show.
I don't even know what that is.
It was a Nickelodeon show called Hey Dude, but
In
what's her
real
name?
life?
Christine.
In real life, they got together?
Yes, they're
Yeah,
really
in real
together.
life is actually she became. I can't remember her name.
And is it a celebrity thing, or have they been
Christine
together for a
Taylor.
while?
Oh yeah, Christine Taylor.
Have they been together for a while, or was it a
Yes, they've
celebrity?
been together for a long
2000?
time.
Oh, good. Because Tom Hanks and his wife been together for a very long time, I believe.
But this was way before.
Wilson.
This show was from I don't know 90.
Yeah,
I think
watched Hey Dude.
1990.
I loved Hey Dude.
All right, it's starting to sound like a phone call. You got any?
You asked me a question just because it's something you don't know. You know how many people listening right now do know Hey Dude? Or like, oh yeah, cool reference. Not all the stuff you're bringing up
Yeah,
from the
One Adam
50s.
12.
Like, you want to fight? All right, I'll
Brian
fight you.
Mantooth or whatever.
Brian Mantooth.
Randolph. Thank you.
Randolph.
Brian and Rantooth don't go
I
together,
think
but
it's-
Randolph and Mantooth,
I think
they sync up.
Man Rantooth.
That was what a
Ayn
Kate.
Randtooth.
That's Kate people speak.
Ein
And Randolph
Randtooth.
Tooth Man.
Ein Mantooth, I think is where I'm going. Okay, it's the 6 o'clock hour. Sometimes I get a little weird. Greg, do you have any stories from Studio B1?
You get loopy.
I get giddy.
Your brain is rotting.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Well, I have a way you can reverse your age.
What?
Pay attention.
Use
Get a piece of
Ozempic.
paper.
All right, hold on. Wait. I need a pen. Hold on.
It's that jellyfish, right?
OZ.
Go ahead.
Use Ozempic. There was a study that showed that users became biologically 3.1 years younger after using it for 32 weeks.
What does that mean? I get biologically as opposed to chronologically, but what exactly does that mean, and how do you measure that
Improved fat
biologically?
distribution, reduced inflammation, better metabolic health.
What is coming up with that group of that whatever you call those GLPT, whatever
GLP-1.
But they seem to be very good at reducing inflammation, and I've told this before. My niece, who's becoming a doctor, I was talking with her. I think it was like I don't know when it was, last year sometime, and she was telling me, just try in general. If you don't get some diagnosis or something that's in your family that's been taking people out for generations, like in general, just live your life as you age and try not to get diabetes. And because that's where all the chronic stuff starts. And I think that if you can keep the inflammation down, I think that goes a long way to that, because that's what happens with your organs and everything, and then you get this
you don't need to
chronic
now.
discomfort. So I'm saying is,
Ozempic.
if you did, this is becoming a little bit of a wonder drug for a lot of things. I mean,
It also
people,
is showing potential for reducing dementia and cancer and aiding in addiction treatment.
who says inflammation doesn't have a lot to do with? I mean, I don't know about cancer. That's such a mystery. But with a whole, what was the thing you said before cancer?
Dementia.
Dementia. Like how do we know that inflammation isn't one of the main things? And we have terrible diets as far as that's concerned. So you better take a drug and put it in there.
You would think
turn it
RFK Jr. is
around.
going to change that.
What?
RFK Jr. is going to change that.
Oh, well,
Yeah, definitely.
I think you got Kellogg's to put Ozempic in all the Frosted Flakes.
Every sugar cereal has Ozempic in it. So
Put it in the water like fluoride.
You get two. Well, no, not that. But you get 2 to 3 spoonfuls and you're done.
Does it collect at the bottom like sugar when I pour sugar on the
Oh
Crispers?
yeah, you drink that
The best.
GLP.
Oh, and you
whatever.
get a milky spoonful of Ozempic.
So I don't know. Go ahead and buy that stock. I guess it's gonna be. It's now
It's already. You can't. It's too late.
Oh,
Aren't
what-
these
what is
all
it?
side effects of losing weight?
In a way, yes. But remember, it started as a diabetes drug, and people obviously, in order to
help with
avoid
losing weight also.
right? Because that's how you avoid diabetes,
Right.
And then they decided, well, look, people are really losing weight. But now there are, you said addictions, which makes sense. If it can make you not want to eat food, if you're overeating food, that's an addiction to food. So it makes sense that if it keeps you from that, then maybe, hello, Tim, maybe it could help with cigarettes. It might be worth a shot.
Doesn't it dull the
don't
effects
look away.
of alcohol?
Hold on, Greg. Don't look away from me when I'm trying to save your life, young man.
Well, you could just quit.
Yeah, but you're not doing that.
Well, if you want to, you can.
Yeah, but that's easier said than done. If you want to,
Then you're addicted to something else, and as soon as you stop taking it, you start smoking again, or eating again, or drinking
well, listen,
again.
Yeah, but
why
what if
don't
you live
try
longer?
it instead of saying all the reasons why you can't?
Although you
Are you
stopped,
still on it?
She stopped
No.
because you thought it was a little bit weird.
My only concern about these GLP-1s is you always hear these ads, especially like late night TV and stuff, about things that were drugs, 20 years ago that now people are having to deal with the consequences now about.
Vaginal mesh.
Yeah, the vaginal mesh is a good one. Then there's like, did you drink the water at Camp Lejeune
Well,
in the
we
80s?
don't know. We don't know. We don't know what might come up later.
That's what I'm worried
But
about.
we do know that
aspirin?
diabetes is bad. I want to know more about why you got off this thing when we get back, Autumn Fisher.
Okay.
Alex Williams says the travel advisory continues on 285 in Clayton County.
Yeah, still working this crash down here by the airport, Eric. 285 eastbound, the outer loop past Riverdale Road, exit 60. I think they're down to maybe just one or two right lanes blocked, but it is cooked the ride on 285 south all the way back to Camp Creek Parkway. 85 north delays start out of Union City from Flat Shoals, so plan your alternate routes there. You can use Highway 29, Forest Parkway. Some of those other surface streets will get you around that. Once you get past that, we have a crash or a stall in the left lane. This is in the cab, 285 eastbound, the outer loop, Flat Shoals, exit number 48. We're also watching some other trouble spots, Kobe Dawkins.
Yeah, on the downtown connector, 7585 northbound, right at 17th Street, exit 251. It's a crash. It blocks one center lane, adding to the delays back to Langford Parkway, and southbound ride slow as well, starting before the downtown merge, getting to I-20. And this report is sponsored by Whole Foods Market. Save on your favorite brands at Whole Foods Market. Get 30% off Stonyfield Organic Select yogurts with Prime through August 26th. While supplies last, shop in store or online, terms apply. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
It pays to have the WSB radio app. Download it today and get ready for the Blitz.
That's awesome. The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz. 5 chances every weekday to win $1,000. The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz.
Begins Monday, August 25th.
That's amazing.
From 95.5 WSB.
Download the WSB radio app now.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At Ameris Bank, we know that it's never just business when it's your business. I'm Brian Parks, head of commercial banking in Atlanta for Ameris Bank. Whether your business is looking to optimize cash flow, improve your payment technology, or grow more quickly, my team and I are here and ready to help with a superior level of service, smart banking technology, and local market expertise. I invite you to reach out to my team by visiting amerisbank.com/yourbusiness or a local branch near you. Ameris Bank, fiercely yours, member FDIC.
Summer heat will only lend a hand to all that's growing in your crawl space. Dave Baker here. AquaGuard Foundation Solutions will encapsulate it to keep mold, pests, and the unwanted out. Visit aquaguard.net for your free inspection.
AquaGuard.
All right, the reason I'm curious, Autumn, and I know you're on Mounjaro. I'm just going to say Ozempic because that's what everybody understands. So at one point when you were on it, you lost a bunch of weight, but you were saying that it makes your brain like not even consider food, or it just seems strange to want to eat it or whatever. Is that why eventually you decided to stop doing it, because there was a weirdness around it?
It was more like the reason why I really stopped it was a couple of reasons. One, Thanksgiving was coming.
And you wanted to eat.
and I wanted to eat.
By the way,
That's a good reason.
I'm checking my watch here. That was quite a while ago, Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
But, so
yeah,
it took.
because I stopped after that.
Yeah.
Because the other thing was that over time, I was developing like a histamine response.
Oh, that's terrible.
I
get
was
that.
getting multiple sinus infections
Really?
in
Is
the
that-
same year.
Now, is that a thing that you're warned about at all? Is that a
No, not at all. No. So what I think might have been happening is that within my Mounjaro was B12,
Uh-huh.
and I already take a B supplement, and I might have like over.
Well, you and your doctor could have worked this out.
I know, but I mean, it's a lot of people. It's very different for a lot of different
Sure,
people. You know,
yes.
so not every. I just I'm Googling, and people are talking about like, yeah, me too. I've had all these like I have new allergies, and all these things are happening. So I decided. I went back on it after Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff, but I was like, man, this doesn't feel good anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's got to be weird to look at food and have no, like a favorite.
You know
food.
what it was? It's
Looking
more
at a
like-
plate of your favorite food and just not having any emotional
it's not
response
that.
to it at all.
You do eat it and you
Yeah.
do enjoy it, but it's like when you're full, you don't keep eating. You're like,
Yes.
oh no, I'm done, and it doesn't make sense to keep eating anymore.
Well,
I'm
that's
full.
a good thing.
But you know how the normal brain that without the Ozempies is like, but this is so good, I want to keep eating it.
Yeah, and
Even
that's
if
why
I'm full, I don't care.
that's-
I'm going to
that's-
keep it.
That's why the country's obese. So I mean, that's a good thing. I wouldn't mind. See, I had this idea that well, I mean, look at me. I don't need it, but I'm just saying I had this idea. I had this idea that that it like food. You looked at food and it just confused you, and I thought that was
No, it's-
not
it's-
you. And I mean, I don't mean you
Yeah.
in particular, but I
Oh.
thought that was the effect.
Hey, is
that
that
it
a
had.
dog?
No,
but-
and it's more. Yeah, it's more like oh, I didn't really think about eating. You know how
Yeah.
you know how people say like, oh my gosh, it's already 4:00. I haven't had anything. I forgot about
Yeah.
breakfast. And you're like,
Yeah.
who forgets about eating?
Yeah.
I'm excited about all the
Me?
meals.
I knew somebody once. I knew
I
some.
don't eat at all.
Greg, you eat ice cream for breakfast.
And so that's the kind of thing it does to your brain. It's like food is no longer a priority; it is necessary, and, you
And that
have to,
sounds like a really good thing. I mean, that sounds like the sensible way if you could make your brain be that way. Now, I've done a lot of, I wouldn't call it research. I watched some YouTube videos, but
So you're an expert.
yeah, well, I'm a YouTube expert. Basically, our addiction to sugar is what causes all of that.
Well,
that
and
is real.
If you,
Yeah.
And if you look on every single item that you purchase, it most likely has high fructose corn syrup in it.
Even salt.
Yes, and
Now
but I
we're
mean,
changing that though.
They are. Aldi
Aldi.
has
Somebody
Aldi-
needs a raise. Just kidding.
Hey, Aldi's cool.
I know it is.
Aldi has most
No, Lidl.
most of its
Lidl.
products don't have high fructose corn syrup.
Aldi and Lidl, I believe, are like two German brothers who
Hate
like,
each other?
Yeah, like they had
They're
They
rivals.
fell out. They're like rivals.
So I thought that Aldi was part of Trader Joe, like was a cousin to Trader
I
Joe.
don't
It
know.
is.
Look
It
at
is. Aldi is
Okay.
part of Trader Joe's.
I know,
Yeah.
but I think it starts in Germany. I think that they started in
Now Lidl, though, I don't know. I
in
don't know.
Hitlerland.
I don't know.
Yeah,
They
Lidl's
are-
awesome.
It's a
They're
people's
competitors,
grocer.
yes.
What's that?
They're competitors, yes. And when I was in Finland last week, I went to Lidl many times, and I would just get the croissants, and that's what I would eat.
Oh, because they have like fresh baked things in there.
What were they talking about in Finland? Was anybody
Pretzels.
like when? Did you ever like go to a bar and hang out and talk with people from Finland while you were there,
I
or
did the
just your
first time.
crew?
No, there was no crew.
Because you
it
were
was just
kind of
me.
there when the talk of Putin meeting Trump and everything was going on. I'm wondering if they were freaking out because they've really bought into the line that Putin wants to take over Finland or something ridiculous like that.
Well, Finland's history, they gave up some land similar to what's going on with Ukraine right now, right?
They had a war before World War II.
Yeah.
Russia took
And-
some of their land.
Yeah, that was
And then to
90
get
years
Russia
ago.
to leave them alone, like, here, fine, take these pieces and
Yeah.
get the hell out of here.
Yeah,
But
well,
no, I didn't have an opportunity to talk to anyone about that.
it would have been, I'm sure, because they are totally freaked out. Like when I was in Spain, I was saying, wow, this, I'm not, Ukraine thing is oh no, you have to listen, America. Okay, you're messed up, but we would rather be under your influence. If this Putin man, you gotta protect. I was like, hey, not for nothing, but we can't afford this anymore. We're at the time $36 trillion in debt, and I don't think that we can afford to do this anymore. But man, in Spain, they had totally bought that propaganda that like Putin was gonna like if he wins in Ukraine, he'll be in the Basque Country before you know it. It's like a completely ridiculous way of thinking. It's not true. Alex Williams says there's a travel advisory on 85 in Barrow County.
Yeah, right next to Chateau Alon here, Eric. 85 northbound, Highway 211, exit 126. Talked to several of our traffic troopers caught in the backup here. It's all due to this crash that leaves only the right lane open. That's why you're slow back toward Hamilton Mill and the Gravel Springs Road area. You can use Highway 124 as an alternate. If you're trying to get on I-85 northbound from 285 and Tucker, 285 northbound, there's a crash in the left lane on 285 northbound, the outer loop ramping to I-85, so that's slowing the ride back into Clarkston. We got some better news with some 285 trouble spots on the south side of town, Kobe Dawkins.
And that's correct. 285 eastbound, the outer loop at Riverdale Road, exit 60. Earlier crash involving a big rig has cleared, so all lanes are back open. And then also better news in DeKalb County. Also on I-285 eastbound at Flat Shoals Road, exit 48. Stall cleared off to the left, so those cleared off to the right, and those delays are starting to improve. And traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get Reliable Protection Plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any H system, maker, or model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Hey y'all, it's Belinda Skelton for Four Seasons Home Care. As many of you know, I lost both my parents recently, but I'm so thankful they were able to finish their lives at home where they wanted to be. And Four Seasons Home Care was so helpful to my family throughout the process. I get emails from listeners all the time and why I trusted Four Seasons Home Care. They tell me I don't want just anyone to care for my parents. Well, of course you don't. So here's why I work with Four Seasons Home Care. This is a real family-owned company. They vet and hire every single one of their caregiving specialists, and they don't farm out the care to contractors, and they're not some national corporation. So here's my advice, folks. Call Four Seasons Home Care and just start the conversation. Do your homework. This is a huge decision. It's a 100% free call that can change everything. Google Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta. That's Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta.
Comcast Business High Five Hotline. What's the state of your excitement?
I signed my business up for the 5-year price lock guarantee, and I can't stop high-fiving people. High five!
Okay, deep breath. You're in a good place. You signed your business up for 5 years of gig speed internet and advanced security, all on our ultra-reliable network.
Gig speeds and advanced security? I'm so stoked!
Yep, and you get it at a great rate that's locked in for 5 years.
Woo!
The high five is just your body's way of saying, I'm winning.
So this is natural.
High-fiving everyone you see in a state of business savings enthusiasm? Totally natural.
Sweet! Thank you! Thank you! High five, everybody! High five!
The Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee is back, but only for a limited time, so sign your business up today.
High five!
Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 9/21/25 for new customers with qualifying bundle. Current customers may be eligible depending on services and area. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Hi, I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell, and for over a decade, I've trusted America's best choice for windows, doors, siding, and decks. They've built their reputation on quality craftsmanship and honest pricing, and I've seen firsthand how they put customers first. That's why I proudly certify them for windows, doors, siding, and decks. And with ABC's 3-way warranty, which includes my $10,000 Make It Right guarantee, you can invest with confidence.
That's right, Dale. When the summer is hot, America's Best Choice will keep your home cool with premium energy-efficient windows starting at just $299. For year-round outdoor fun, take 10% off a custom deck. Transform the look of your home with new siding and doors that blend beauty with performance. No pressure, no gimmicks. Go to abcwin.com to schedule a free in-home estimate today. America's Best Choice. Quality you can trust, prices you can afford.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by the Lloyd Advisory Group. Our top local story, Fulton County Commissioners approve a more than $1 billion plan to renovate the infamously dangerous county jail. There's one no vote, and Commissioner Dana Barrett abstains from the final vote.
You don't have to be, have a master's in mathematics to understand that it's not cost effective to renovate Rice Street. I don't even know why we would move forward as with that as part of the plan.
The plan involves building a special purpose facility for medical, mental, and housing needs before renovations at Rice Street, which would take 5 years. We are expecting a response from Fulton County Sheriff Pat Labatt tonight. Also, a motion fails to appoint 2 controversial Republicans to Fulton County's Elections Board. The county commission's vote 2-2. The nominations of Julie Adams and Jason Frazier have been voted down 5-2 by the commission in the past, and the GOP sued to force the board to approve them. It is now 91 degrees in Atlanta. Do we have any storms coming tonight, and what days will be much cooler ahead? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. After Target's top guy steps down, a Stonecrest pastor is taking credit.
Word of Target CEO Brian Cornell's resignation tells New Birth Missionary Baptist Church pastor Jamal Bryant his nationwide boycott of the chain is working.
Their foot traffic dropped 7.9%. Their online shopping went down by 9.3%.
The boycott aimed at forcing Target to bring back diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, but analysts say Target's profit problems actually began 4 years ago during the inflation spike, and new CEO Michael Fidelki doesn't mention DEI in his priority list. Steve Summers, 95.5 WSB.
Following this month's shooting at the CDC, hundreds of CDC workers and former employees send a letter to Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Among those signing publicly is former CDC employee John Hall, who says misinformation motivated the attack.
It wasn't random. It is compounded from disinformation directed at CDC.
A spokesperson for the secretary says Kennedy stands with CDC employees, and any attempt to mistake widely supported public health reforms with the violence of a suicidal mass shooter is an attempt to politicize a tragedy. Atlanta police are canvassing a southwest Atlanta neighborhood trying to solve a murder case.
As officers pass out flyers around Verbena Street, Deontay Wallace's mom, Veronica, hopes they'll be able to lead to the arrest of her son's killer.
Before I leave this world, I want whoever took the life of my son to be caught.
The 30-year-old was killed during a robbery and shooting back in July of 2018. His dad, Victor, says he knows there are people who know who did it.
We're this close. We just need to put a lid on it. We are this close.
Crime Stoppers is offering a reward in this case, and you can remain anonymous. Michelle Wright, 95.5 WSB.
The city of Chamblee is just months away from opening a new real-time crime center. Police Chief Michael Dieppe says it uses technology to track crime.
Are 10-tilt zoom cameras and license plate readers that we've strategically placed around the city of Chamblee that will help and aid us in crime fighting and criminal investigation.
Construction starts today. It should open around Thanksgiving. A new canine helps the Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office with its trafficking and child exploitation unit.
The black Labrador named Dee is officially an electronic storage detection canine. That means she's trained to detect digital storage devices that may contain child sexual abuse material. The Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office says Dee helps the Trace unit by identifying concealed devices like micro SD cards and internal and external hard drives. Bottom line, the canine will increase the chances of discovering time-sensitive evidence to protect the public from sexual predators. Cheryl Castro, 95.5 WSB.
You may see more Truist bank branches popping up around Metro Atlanta. Bloomberg reports Truist is planning to open 100 new branches and renovate more than 300 existing ones in several cities, including Atlanta, over the next 5 years. It's now 6:34, and it's time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic starts now with Alex Williams.
Still watching this travel advisory out of northern Gwinnett into Barrow County, trying to get past Chateau Alonville. It's all due to this crash. Only a right lane open, 85 northbound before Highway 211, exit 126. You're jammed up back from Gravel Springs Road. Highway 124 is slow, but it is a good alternate to get you around this. If you're traveling 285 north, the outer loop into Cobb County, they just reopened or in the process of reopening that ramp to I-85 northbound. They're moving a crash off to the right there. That's jammed up the ride from Lawrenceville Highway. Southbound delays from Tucker into Clarkston. And still slow 285 south around the airport, leaving Highway 166 Langford Parkway, getting down to I-85. All that due to the earlier trouble near Riverdale Road that has since cleared. We got a trouble spot in Midtown, Kobe Dawkins.
Yeah, and it's on the downtown connector, 7585 northbound, right at 17th Street, exit 251. It's a crash. It blocks one center lane, adding to the delays back to University Ave. And 85 southbound remains jammed, starting at the Georgia 400 merge, getting to I-20. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Partly cloudy skies this evening, sunset around 8:20. Temperatures still in the low 80s at that time. Tracking some of these thunderstorms developing after sundown. They They will continue through the midnight hour and then fizzling out overnight into early tomorrow morning with lows in the low 70s. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy with more scattered pop-up storms in the afternoon, high 90. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, cloudy skies and a little on the cooler side with daytime highs in the low to mid 80s. Widespread rain showers and thunderstorms throughout the weekend.
Scattered rain showers now on Storm Tracker radar. 86 in Noonan, 91 in Midtown Atlanta, 85 in Dunwoody. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
This is Scott Slade. When it comes to your engagement ring, there's only one place I'd recommend. Tara Fine Jewelry Company, known for exceptional standards, craftsmanship, and legendary customer service. Tara's passion runs through every design they craft. Engagement rings you'll be proud to gift, cherish, and wear for a lifetime. You fell in love with her because she's unlike any other woman in the world. When it comes to your promise of forever, only a Tara diamond will do. Tara, specializing in diamonds of absolute beauty and legendary customer service since 1985.
When someone's AC is on the fritz, drains are clogged, or wall outlets are sparking, Castile Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical never asks, how soon do you need it fixed? You know why? Because no one in recorded history has ever said, oh, take your time, just whenever you can get to it. We just assume how fast can you get here will always be the answer. So Castile will be there same day, and we won't leave until you're 100% satisfied. See? Sometimes it's good to assume. It gets your AC fixed fast. Book today at CastileAir.com.
A DUI conviction could be life-changing. Get the DUI lawyer, GeorgeStein.com.
Attention men, does ED and PE have you down? Well, great news. Choice Men's Health has the latest breakthrough treatments that can get you up and running. Meet the specialist who is dedicated to helping you perform better than ever in the bedroom.
Hi, I'm Dr. Katz, Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Our custom treatment plans have a 98% success rate at improving ED and PE on your very first visit, even if Viagra and Cialis have failed. Regardless of your age and medical history, we are here and dedicated to help you regain your love life.
Don't wait. Call Choice Men's Health now. We are so confident we can help. For a limited time, we're offering to cover your first treatment for free. Call 404-400-1170. Call now to claim your free treatment. 404-400-1170. Results guaranteed on your first visit or it's free. 404-400-1170. Choice Men's Health, the only choice for your health.
My producer and lead researcher.
Thank you. I get an extra 10 cents for that.
That's right. Jared Yamamoto.
A year.
Has reminded me, and it's a good thing
It's
I have,
11, Tim.
I have
It's
another
11.
radio star here, genuine radio star, Greg Russ, with who we can respond together. But I guess you started the show by trying to tell me that today was National Radio
You
Day.
accused me of... You thought that I was going to bring up that Dunkin' was bringing back their pumpkin spice latte, but no.
Come on. I mean, most people would have thought that that would have happened.
Well,
I
we
wasn't
did a news report about it, so he doesn't need to.
Yeah,
that's true.
Was that a news report or was it a commercial for Dunkin'? All right, so
I'm at a loss. Hey, listen, National Radio Day is a big deal.
Is it? Greg Rush, you're a famous radio star.
It's true.
Decker is remembered for years on.
He's in the Georgia Radio Hall of Fame or the Friends of Georgia Radio.
Are you?
People
did
still
you make
talk
it?
about Decker at the bars.
Of course
I
they
went
do.
to Manuel's and I heard them talking about. It's like, remember that guy?
Yeah, what happened? He wasn't afraid. That's what they say about Decker.
He was no dank.
They say that's what radio needed.
Yeah.
He was no dank.
Yeah. Well, listen, nobody was.
I know.
So, not even dank. So, yeah, it's National Radio Day. What does that mean? Are people supposed to applaud us when they see us in the streets?
That's exactly what they're supposed to be doing.
What's a radio? It recognizes the invention of radio. That's what it is. It's nothing to do with you.
Oh, it's Marconi and his nonsense.
I mean, it's a celebration of the medium, sure, but it's you recognize the invention of the radio, and then you get to celebrate the news, information, music, and stories that have been carried across the airwaves.
How do you make a collage of all the celebrities you've met and put it on Instagram?
Is that what you did?
That's what I did.
That's it, because you're a bit of a jock sniffer.
Love it. I put an old
Here's
picture.
how you do it. You go to the Von Hessler Doctrine Patreon page, and you become a subscriber for $100 a month.
That's right. And you know what? If you can't afford it, that's okay. If you could just help us out and, like, subscribe, mash that bell. The algorithm is killing us. That's all I hear on YouTube. I don't know what they did with the algorithm. Every YouTube channel I watch, people are like, oh, please subscribe. I mean, the algorithm. I guess YouTube just changes things.
There were
on
guys
the
getting
creators.
250,000 views per episode, now getting 15 to 20.
But were the first ones real?
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah. They changed it. We had that problem on the one I can't mention, that we were getting upwards
Radio Labyrinth?
Yes, that
The one you can't
You
mention?
can mention it. It was about 1,000 views, and then it dropped down after they changed, and you got to go along with it and retweak everything.
And they don't tell you why.
If a show is getting 200,000 views, I would assume that means people like it and they would go back to it. So
well,
how does
but
it
here's
drop?
the thing: is a lot of times it's what it does is it keeps you from being pushed out to people.
Yeah.
And so people get reminded, oh, yeah, I listened to that last week. I'll listen to it again. And if they stop doing it's almost like YouTube advertising you
That's what
on
they've done.
the splash page. And then all of a sudden, and it used to be, I mean, basically, if I watch a YouTube channel without subscribing 2 times, then I'll see the next thing from them on my splash page.
Exactly.
So I don't know what they do to mess around.
They're trying to make people hungry.
Now all the music people are complaining because I guess Universal Music Group is like, there is a thing called fair use. Rick Beato's last one, he was complaining about it. He has to have a lawyer that fights the 450 of these things like constantly. It's always Universal Music Group because they are scum.
Yes.
They really are scum.
They don't want to advertise.
I dealt with them. I dealt with them with the movie. It's like, what would be the problem with making a movie about a band who was once on your label? Now, all that can happen is that people see the movie and maybe decide to go back and maybe stream something. It's not like the movie's going to be so bad that people who were once fans of Driving and Crying are going to go burn all their CD. It's not going to hurt.
Even if they did, who cares? That doesn't hurt the label.
It doesn't hurt the label. It's not going to hurt. But they charged me over $30,000 for the music. But a lot of and then we did a Patreon thing, Kickstarter. I can't remember which one. And we had to get the money that way. But a lot of documentaries about bands and singer-songwriters and stuff, they try, you'll watch these and you won't hear any of the music, and it just sucks. It's like a documentary about a band is not good if it doesn't have music from the band in it. But that's why you see that. Quite often I think from Outkast, why am I blanking on his name?
Andre 3000?
Yeah,
Big
he
Boy?
played Jimi Hendrix in a movie. And the Jimi Hendrix estate said, no, you can't use the music or it costs too much. And the movie failed. And I never saw it. I don't know. I think Andre 3000 can act. I'm pretty sure that he can. But he's
no T.I.
Well, why would they say no?
Talk about like believability. I could very easily believe that's Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
But they couldn't use the music. So there was a movie called Velvet Goldmine about David Bowie, and they couldn't use any of the music. So it's like, that wasn't a documentary, and neither was the Hendrix one.
I'm curious why the family wouldn't allow it. Was it the label or the family?
It was the family, I think. But like a lot of times you'll see the best one is because there's so much like Muzak kind of Beatles adjacent music. So you'll be watching documentaries on the Beatles, and it kind of sounds
You hear
like
jangly
that.
guitar.
It's like boom da 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 boom da da. It's like kind of, but they get away with it. And again, it just stinks. So you have to spend the money, and they're greedy. And what I would say to Rick Beato and a lot of people, because what they're using is covered under fair use, but the way that it works is if you get like 3 strikes or something, your channel's gone, and there's not a whole lot of like litigation here. You're not really face to face saying what exactly is it that you're canceling me for and all that. But what I would say to Rick Beato and all the others is think about this. I've not done a great deal of research in this, but I think that the reason that this is happening a lot is because all of these classic artists are selling their catalogs to corporations. And the only reason that they sell, the corporations buy this stuff, they can't put, I mean, you buy Neil Young stuff for $5 million or whatever it was, right? Or, maybe more. I don't know. Like, how many of his songs are you going to put in commercials? You're going to get some in commercials. You're gonna get
Pharma's doing that thing where they take old songs and change the lyrics.
Right.
Including Ozempic, which we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, but you can get a little bit of that, but really the strategy has to be They just have people just scouring all these YouTube channels and stuff to find any instance of, and then
they just have algorithms that find that now.
I know, but they're actively looking for it. According to Rick Beato, like 95% of these claims are all from Universal Music Group. Now they've bought up a bunch of other labels, so they have a lot of stuff underneath them. But my feeling is that this is being driven, and reason it's going into overdrive is these companies buy these catalogs, right? And then they want to go find it. Then they want something done about it. And that's separate from Universal Music Group. And then you've got like a Universal Music Group that is a complete, like we were talking about private equity groups. They're not a music. They have nothing. They own like a gazillion different music things. They own the whole thing. It's turtles all the way down with Universal Music Group. So between the classic people selling their stuff, so those corporations are all looking for every little thing that they can. It's all become commodified. Universal Music Group is not in it to push a band. The music industry was always filthy, but you would find A&R people who did care about music, did like a band, did try to get that kind of stuff is like everything else in America. Everything is just transactional now. And that's why Universal Music Group is like, hey, we own this. So, and YouTube doesn't want to get a problem with Universal Music Group. So you end up losing your channel perhaps, or not able to use music when under the law, you're actually not doing anything wrong. Wow. Because you should be able to use a snippet of music so long as you are analyzing, criticizing, reviewing, and all of this stuff, of course, helps the artist. It helps the artist.
Well, don't tell Genesis and Phil Collins that, because I don't know if that's his label or not. Or
I get it. Look it up, but I'll bet you it's Universal Music Group.
You play 2 seconds of his music, immediately you get flagged for it.
Right,
immediately.
Yeah. And so between Universal Music Group and these people selling their catalogs, I mean, goodbye. And then YouTube, they get, what are people putting up 9 billion videos a day? They can't sit down with each one and go through and decide whether it's fair use, so they're going to side with the big company.
Google certainly has enough money to pay BMI and ASCAP fees. That would solve the problem.
I don't understand why that doesn't happen.
I don't either.
That's what I'm wondering about. That's why you can hear stuff in a club.
Go to Rumble and Twitch.
Yeah. Did they pay it?
I think Twitch does, because Twitch you hear more music there, but I need to confirm.
TikTok does too.
TikTok definitely does.
I've always wondered, Beato sometimes sits down with people and he'll play like half the song, but he's talking to the person who produced it. So it seems to me that's still fair use, because you are analyzing, talking about.
Right.
Nobody buys less of the music because they've been exposed to it. And anybody who is into music would understand that if they were in these companies. But these are not, just like the private equity groups that own stuff don't produce anything. They just buy and sell.
They know the numbers. They don't know the product.
Universal Music Group, and I'm not being a hippie and idealistic. I'm just saying the music industry has always been filthy. But there were people in it, especially the A&R people, who actually, you would meet some of those people and realize, oh, this is actually a person who does love music and likes pushing bands. Those days are gone. Everything in this country is transactional. Rick Beato, you're just dealing with one element of the corporations sucking the soul out of this nation. Alex Williams says it's still jammed through downtown.
Yeah, Eric, it's been a rough afternoon through the heart of the city. And some better news, we had a crash 7585 northbound in Midtown at 17th Street, exit 251. They've since got it out of the roadway, but you're still seeing brake lights back to University Avenue up toward Peachtree Pine Street. Southbound stacks in from the 85-400 merge with 75 south and northwest Atlanta, slowing at Howell Mill, North Side Drive. The closer you get to I-20 in that Grady curve, things will start to improve. One part that has not improved is I-85 up near Chateau Alon, Kobe Dawkins.
Yeah, travel advisory in Barrow County, 85 northbound. Right before Highway 211, exit 126. Rollover crash remains, blocking 2 left lanes. Only 1 right lane is getting you by. We're seeing delays stretching back to Gravel Springs Road. You can avoid it by taking Highway 124 as an alternate. And this report is sponsored by the Georgia Lottery. Hey Georgia, Mega Millions just got an upgrade now with bigger jackpots, better odds to win, and a built-in multiplier on every ticket. Drawings every Tuesday and Friday. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Where you going is a given. How you're getting there?
Well,
That's the question.
We will start to see some delays if they shut that ramp down on 285 East.
Before you hit the navigation
They're going to be slowing right around Hudson Bridge Road. Listen to the people you can trust.
And really slow out of Ackworth into Emerson.
Updated traffic as often as you need it every time you listen.
We had a lot going on this morning through Henry County.
More experience, more reliable, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Triple Team Traffic.
95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
Hey y'all, it's Belinda Skelton for Four Seasons Home Care. As many of you know, I lost both my parents recently, but I'm so thankful they were able to finish their lives at home where they wanted to be. And Four Seasons Home Care was so helpful to my family throughout the process. I get emails from listeners all the time and why I trusted Four Seasons Home Care. They tell me I don't want just anyone to care for my parents. Well, of course you don't. So here's why I work with Four Seasons Home Care. This is a real family-owned company. They vet and hire every single one of their caregiving specialists, and they don't farm out the care to contractors, and they're not some national corporation. So here's my advice, folks. Call Four Seasons Home Care and just start the conversation. Do your homework. This is a huge decision. It's a 100% free call that can change everything. Google Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta. That's Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta.
Georgia Power is here for you with programs, tools, and incentives that lower your bill. But we also have a few ways you can save right now. Unplug devices like TVs when they're not being used, or use a power strip you can switch off. Make sure you're only using the lights you need. Change out your HVAC filter and make sure your vents are clear. Set your thermostat at 78 for max efficiency. But every degree closer helps. Because everything we save on energy can be better spent being there for the people we care about. Visit GeorgiaPower.com for more energy-saving tips.
Hi, I'm Deborah Morton, host of Inside Georgia Real Estate, right here on 95.5 WSB. If you listen to my show each Saturday, we cover Atlanta's housing market and all things real estate related. So, whether you're buying your dream home or selling your current one, hiring the right agent is essential. The Agency Atlanta is the iconic brokerage that is revolutionizing real estate worldwide. We pair global resources with decades of hyper-local Atlanta market expertise to deliver results. If you're selling your home, we'll help you showcase your property and maximize your return. If you're buying, we'll guide you through every step to secure the perfect home for your lifestyle. Either way, we would love to earn the privilege of being your agent. So, if you're looking for that perfect Buckhead bungalow, that Alpharetta estate, an in-town condo, or suburban bliss, visit InsideGeorgiaRealEstate.com today to connect with us at the Agency Atlanta. That's InsideGeorgiaRealEstate.com.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
Corporate megastores are spending millions lobbying D.C. politicians on one-sided policies that send small businesses tumbling. They want to enact harmful credit card mandates that take resources away from your local credit union and community bank, leaving Main Street businesses with less access to credit, making it harder for your family to pay for everyday goods like gas and groceries. Tell Congress to guard your card and oppose the Durbin-Marshall credit card mandates.
Paid for by Electronic Payments Coalition.
Greg is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up, like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
You know, now I'm thinking about more about it, talking about Universal Music Group and Rick Beato saying they just constantly are trying to shut him down when he's trying to promote artists. And I was talking about how it's not helping that the artists, these classic artists, are selling their catalogs. But that's just, I think, the publishing. So you're really kind of hit by two waves here. Right now it's Universal Music Group because that's the recording. They own the – I dealt with this because I had to pay – when I said over $30,000 for the rights to the Driving and Crime music for the movie, it was actually kind of 15.5 and 15.5. One was for the recording. Those were owned by, and then the other part was for the publishing. But I gave it both to Universal, so somehow they own both. But my guess is when these classic artists are selling their catalogs, that's the publishing. So probably that's going to rise in the future, whereas Universal Music Group is just evil and they're just eating it all up right now. But look out for, believe me, these corporations didn't buy these catalogs to sit on them in this transactional world. We got to go. This kid, Jared Yamamoto, is very nervous. His fantasy football draft is tonight.
That's right, 7:30.
This is a real one where everybody's in the same room.
It is a live football draft.
A lot of alcohol.
A lot of alcohol, where you actually pick the players, you put them up on a board, nothing digital.
He told me.
Have computers.
He told me.
Don't drink. This is how you get the upper hand. They want you to get drunk.
Let everybody else get drunk.
The one time I won this league, I was hammered. So it's all luck.
Okay.
It's all luck.
Yeah, it is, basically, because anybody can get hurt. Doesn't matter how well you draft.
And I have the 6th pick. Blech. It's going to be terrible.
At Hard Knocks last night, almost didn't suck. I would say maybe the best one so far. All right, that music's telling us to get the hell out of here. Shelley Winter is up next with another great radio show. Does he have Victor Hill on? Is that
He does.
So that'll be interesting. He's got always great. It's Shelley. That's all you need to know. We'll be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. You're all invited to join us. But until then, continue on the journey. Don't